Yo, what's good? It's your boy Strickland, Milwaukee, USA. Y'all need to go check out Peep Game. If you don't, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's Master Ace from Brooklyn, New York. EMC is the crew. You checking out Peep Game, real hip hop.
Hey, yo, this is Twan Mac from Nostalgia Visuals, Kareem City, So Greedy Family, and you're now rocking with Peep Game, G-A-M-E, grown ass man experience. Blah.
What's up, y'all? This is Eric Roberson. Every time I'm in Milwaukee, I'm hanging with the grown-ass man. We out here peeping game.
Time.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga just let the shit just ride and then just trying to go to the fresh desk like, damn, nigga, we just started this shit.
Keep game, motherfucker.
Shit, y'all low again.
As you see, I got the young black Harry Potter on the side here. Nigga. Got the Dusseldorf scarf on, Dumbledore, whatever the fuck it is.
Swag and shit, you know what I'm saying?
So I got the executive work swag here.
That nigga dressed like Papa Wu.
Every other day, my whole dress code switch.
Hey, if I had a big hat, y'all would be saying it was cold like y'all do for Fat Boy.
This nigga got a golden Gartrell scarf, eh?
If I had on a big ass, motherfucking crazy, stupid ass hat, you're like, that's fire.
Like ecstasy from Houdini.
Your 70s damn hat wearing. Hat wearing that. Nigga can pull whole animals out them hats and shit. Spy versus spy hat wearing that.
Dog had the Jimmy Carrey hat on in the mask when he was doing that little solo on the stage.
What's up?
My fault. Say it again, dog.
I said, dog had that same hat on, like Jim Carrey had on the mask when he's performing on stage. Sombrero wearing ass nigga.
Your host, they call me Tommy Styles.
Oh, you mad? Oh, you mad? Oh, you mad because I'm styling on you.
Here in the spiritual essence, we have El Aqua Supreme, the 1%.
That's red, nigga. Ric Flair, nigga. The power's in my head, nigga.
Word is gone. On my left, but absent, we have the big homie in charge, Joe Clark. Y'all know him as Fat Boy Fresh.
He got a.
You know. Come on.
Hey.
Hell no.
But after further review, like Magna Carta should not have been released at all. Period.
I tried to tell Cole, man. This nigga don't be listening, man.
Listen,
I said it on the War Room.
I said it was a couple joints on there. That's all I said. I never said it was.
No, you said it was more than a couple.
No, I said it was probably about 4 or 5 joints.
It ain't even 4 or 5, man. It's 3 at best.
I gave Estat 3, and I gave 0.5 only because of Magna Carta.
Hey,
and that's half of Magna Carta.
I don't even like Magna Carta. I don't even like the song Magna Carta with him and
like
the white guy.
But it's like a throwaway joint. Like it don't have any lasting
at all.
You know, it don't have.
It was a win for Samsung users because they could download it first.
Yeah, it don't have any lasting qualities. It was clearly a money grab.
It was Basura.
Hey, but rightfully so. He did what he had to do. Dog, that bitch was platinum before it came out. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I guess.
That's some hustler shit, man. That shit was platinum before it came out.
He hustles the fans, though, man.
I mean, but you know what? You don't really hear people talking about that shit like fuck that album, though.
I think they forget about
it.
Hey,
Hey, Jay-Z want to forget about it too. He got it pretty long on his own list.
People are far more vocal on Kingdom Come than they are Magna Carta, and that's crazy to me.
That might be true.
They almost equal, but Magna Carta was worse.
Nah, Kingdom Come is a much better put together album. Much better, dog.
Like without listening to them, like right now, just from memory, I do have them on even keel, but we re-listened to Kingdom Come, and it came to like, all right, well maybe it aged a little bit differently than I thought it did, but Magna Carta didn't at all.
Man, when you got your expectations set for certain things and then it don't happen, we just trash the album. But I said, how can we trash an album where if you can like 7 to 8 songs out of 14, you can't just be like, well, this shit is trash. It's like, no, it ain't a classic, but it ain't trash either.
More than half.
You know what I'm saying?
Got more than half.
Yeah, but Magna Carta is trash.
Yeah, Magna Carta, it's trash.
It's just trash.
It got its winning moments.
It was hard for you to say. That was hard for you to say.
It's trash.
What the fuck is that?
That shit is, I don't know. That shit going. You said what?
Y'all didn't hear all that screaming?
That was dog.
That was clapping for dude for actually saying that it was trash. It was about time he's actually.
Hey, y'all motherfuckers act dog for one. Listen, y'all be acting like I'm like some type of stand for Hov.
Well,
no, you like stand for Dilla or Pete Rock.
All I know is this: my name ain't S. Dot, but somebody's name is S. Dot, and Hov's name was S. Dot Carter. So somebody tell me who's standing here. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, I was asked out for that nigga was asked that.
No, you
nigga bite my style, B.
No, you wasn't. You can't prove it.
No, sure I can prove it.
Show me the album. Show me the album that you put out. That's S.
Oh, nigga, hey, you don't want to see my album, fam? It's out here.
It was S. Dot.
I don't got an album. I got a single.
It was S. Dot when the S. Dot Carters came out, the Reebok.
Oh, hell no. No, now you getting disrespectful.
No, I'm saying that's when he became S. Dot. That's when S. Dot became S. Dot.
That's what I mean. Like
I'm talking about this nigga right here.
That's what I mean. But I'm
saying
this nigga here. Hey, niggas been calling me S. Dot for like over 20 years.
Did we introduce him yet?
From North
Nope, he did not introduce me.
S. Dots with polo fleeces, purple label.
I mean, what else do I say? I mean,
S. Dots with S. Dots. S. Dots with polo fleeces, purple label shit with the logo secret.
All right, he might have a point.
I mean, come on, man.
But that is not me biting this nigga style, man.
But that's my nigga.
One of us got dreadlocks.
That's my nigga.
Oh, no, I'm his nigga. See what I'm saying?
Now
on site, fam. It's on site.
Before you was wearing button ups just like him. I seen you.
Y'all gonna have the J. Cole dreads coming next.
I seen you.
Ain't no way.
I seen you wearing the button ups just like Hov. I seen you.
You ain't never seen me wear a button up like he wear.
Do rag. I seen you wearing the do rag with the jerseys. I seen you in the.
Nigga, I've been wearing do rags
with the jerseys, just like
that nigga Jay-Z ain't start do rags. Cut that shit out. You got on the Bill Cosby motherfucking scarf. Now you biting off Cliff Huxtable.
Motherfucker, this is work attire here, fam. You know what
that's work attire. This nigga got a kente cloth, and where he work at for what? It ain't Black History Month.
Yeah, you. I make white people uncomfortable.
That did not. If anything, that made them more comfortable with that type of scarf you have on. They know you are not a threat.
Nah, nigga, I make them uncomfortable.
He gotta actually tone his threat now because dog just come in and automatically be a threat. Like for real, I just walk in and he's like, oh.
But he still got a Scully on. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This nigga look like a gangster ass librarian.
You know, it's like 35 out here.
Hey, it's colder now than it was on Christmas.
Right, nigga.
Crazy.
It's 35 degrees there right now.
Yeah, man.
All right, y'all. Hey, what y'all even outside for, man? Get in the crib.
Sunshine in the back of your shit. You want short sleeves.
Hey, you know what? It was only like 55 degrees here today. I mean, it was 75 yesterday, but that was yesterday.
I don't really care about your weather personally.
I think you do.
That's me though.
Well,
I think you do care.
You have more on the pink cocaine, you know what I'm saying?
It's stepped on. 10% stepped on, nigga.
100% Stepped on.
My
You
fault.
talking about 100% cure? That's just stepped on.
My fault.
Socks with polo fleeces, purple label shit with the logo secret.
So original.
What my name is?
So
Shawty. What my name is?
For the next 2 hours, we will provide you with a full dose of hip hop, entertainment, sports, more hip hop, and a whole bunch of other shit. You can catch us every Tuesday right here on BlowRadio.com.
Blow Radio.
BlowRadio.com. 14 years of Blow Radio.
Yes, son.
Oh, wait, 14 years of BlowRadio.com. That's just .com and shit.
Yeah,
You know what I
right.
mean? We got,
I don't know how many years this nigga has been in the business.
I got mad years on just being on air alone. Just
Right.
being on at WNOV.
Home of that dude, man.
It definitely is. It's an honor and a privilege to be a part of this.
He a legend out here in these streets, man. A lot of people don't want to give him his
Oh,
flowers.
for sure.
But hey, he a legend out here for real.
We might have to bring Dog back.
You got to give him his flowers, man.
Right. Bring him back.
Hey, whatever happened to my man, Wayne, your baby, CK? He's still out? He's still alive?
I don't know, man.
I don't even want to say whether or not I saw something like that online or something that he was still with us in that, but I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
that's one of
I
the names
remember
I remember.
Wayne. Wayne.
You got to say the your baby part. You got to say your baby, CK. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. Wayne, your baby, CK.
Or Fresh G.
Yeah.
If you really know who Mike Love is, then you know he was Fresh G. You know what I'm saying?
Wolf D.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolf D.
Hey, fuck D.
I think I did that nigga though, right? Did he die?
I ain't hear that. That nigga tried to get me with the payola, dog, when I was an artist and shit.
Wolf D.
Straight tried to hit me with the payola.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's only happened in Milwaukee.
You didn't pay?
No, our shit was already being played on the station and shit. You know how they used to have that Battle of the Jam shit?
Yeah.
Our shit won, and Bailey really liked our song, so they was playing our shit voluntarily. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know how when they have your local stuff, they'll play your local stuff, all that. So they was playing our shit. And then we had went down to meet with Dog because he actually was like, yo, man, I want to talk to y'all. And the way he approached us was like, man, I like y'all stuff, man. You can really keep it rolling, man. But it's the things you got to do to like make that happen. And I'm like, well, what? Thinking like, he basically was like, we got to hit his hand. I was like, man, like I'll pass, motherfucker. Like I ain't got no money to just blow on that shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think you had the money, but you didn't want to blow it on no shit like that.
Nah, man. I probably could have paid it, but at the same time, at that time, man, I had a whole studio that I was doing. I was taking care of a lot of different stuff. You know what I'm saying? The last thing I wanted to do was be trying to pay somebody to play my music. It's like, man, if you fuck
Right.
you don't, and I can accept that.
Right.
That's
right.
a part of the game. But
Right.
if you don't, don't try to like squeeze me for some bread. Like that's some bullshit.
Yeah, the DJ
I agree.
completely flipped at one point in Milwaukee because they saw it gaining momentum other places of playing local music and actually getting paid for it because cats are trying to get on.
Yeah.
But
So then they start doing it to everybody here. But man, I remember this one time, man, me and my homie Corey and shit, we was out of town and we went to this spot and I did some stupid shit. I didn't, and this was when I was an artist and you know how you just trying to get your shit out there. We was in Atlanta and went to the DJ and I was like, yo, man, I got this joint. Now, this some bullshit. For one, local niggas really you don't play nobody music that don't nobody know. Like
not
as a
club.
DJ, as a club DJ, you don't play nobody music that's not known. You just don't
Right.
do that shit. I went in there and I told Dog I'd give him some bread to play our song. So he agreed, gave him the bread, they played our song. And it cleared the dance floor instantly.
I think you told this before on the war room or some shit.
Hey, it wouldn't matter what it could have been. It could have been some shit with me and Hove, whoever was hot then. It probably would have cleared the flow because people don't dance the shit they don't know. It don't work like that. You know, what I'm
Yeah, it's
saying?
weird.
day, right? Hey, dog got over the mic. Hey, yo, yeah, hey, y'all don't trip. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to get this a shot. Somebody paid me to play this. Like, you know,
Hey, did he point y'all out?
he had to save his, he had to save his set.
Yeah.
That was a set killer. You know what I'm
They
saying?
was like, boo this man.
Dog, that was a whole ass DJ, dog.
Hey, but you want to know what? On the flip, there was a few people that realized that it was us because we had like merch and shit. You know, you try to present yourself, you're an artist. And some people was like, oh, let me check it out. Like we had sampled this, I gave this to people. So some people that heard it and heard it for what it was, but other people was probably like, what the fuck is this? The same way.
Was it a danceable track?
Yeah, it was a danceable track. It was like a radio type track. But other people were like, what the fuck is this? Because rightfully so, right? Because that's how we will be.
I mean, if you came in there and handed the DJ some shit and it's like straight out of Milltown, crazy motherfucker named No Rock, they'd be like, oh no, I can't get jiggy with this.
It was some danceable commercial type shit. It was the shit that was already on the radio here. But still, you get what I'm saying? That don't.
I get what you're saying. If it's unknown, man, nobody know what to do with it. They don't know how to react to that shit. You gotta play something that people know. It's established.
But on the flip side, back in the 90s, nigga, before I'd say probably the 2000s got here, DJs used to break music in the club. They used to play new shit. I remember going to Red Corvette and hearing nothing but new shit. Tony Neal was DJ. And he would play the latest and greatest new shit.
And people would be dancing.
And people would just dance because they was there to dance. They didn't give a fuck if it was they shit that they knew. Motherfuckers came out to dance, dog. Back then, that was the shit.
Speaking of DJs, breaking shit, R.I.P. to the drama king, K. Slay.
Man, so.
Rest in peace.
Succumb to the COVID complications, which we've been talking about on the show here and there. Like people are still have lingering complications with COVID-19 and still battling that. So I remember, I think I heard more about a dude when the street sweeper out. That was like 2000. It was early 2000s. I remember that. But K. Slay is part of the crew with K. Slay, Clue, Master Flex, those cats who was really making mixtapes and breaking niggas from the streets.
Breaking new artists.
Breaking artists and shit, doing that shit. Don't know if
50 said he put him on. He said K. Slay. He's like he was playing his music on his show. No, after Jam Master Jay had a cosign and whatnot.
Man, K. Slay was playing from everything. Didn't K. Slay put Papoose on?
Yep.
He put Papoose on. I mean, he put a lot of people on.
Yeah. He didn't put him on, but he did put 50 on. In New York artists, I guess more so.
I mean, yeah, he was a New York cat. He also was a graffiti cat. I don't know if people know.
Oh yeah, he a legend in 2 games.
He was Desi Dead.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I found that out today.
Yeah,
and he was cold. Fam was cold at tag and shit.
Motherfucker, like dude, that's literally a bucket dream list item I got is going to an old train yard and tag a train. But I don't know shit about how to use spray paint.
Oh, this nigga finna go to jail.
Hey.
This nigga finna go to jail. This dream and shit.
Hey, he gonna write his real name on that shit too.
Y'all want motherfuckers to be down there free can be. Like,
that's some old hip hop shit. That's like the
I'm
epitome
gonna be
of
like,
hip-hop.
lock him up.
That's the epitome of hip hop. Motherfuckers literally breakdancing in the subway and like break some shit. Like that's like 2 things of like of hip hop. That's like damn. Like before even hip hop, even before the music.
That's 2 of the 5 elements.
Yeah, that's 2 of the things I'd be like, damn, that's cold.
Hey, you
shit.
wanna know what's crazy?
What's that?
Only one element of hip hop I never did. Everything else I've done.
So you got DJing, MCing, graffiti, breakdancing, knowledge. You ain't read up on your books, nigga?
Nah, nigga.
What's today's mathematics, son?
Word.
I've never, and I'm an artist ass nigga, but I used to write the shit in our notebooks.
That kind of counts.
That counts because
Yeah.
you write your name, do all the
Right.
Remember the bubble letter joint?
Yeah, that shit
You
counts.
do all your bubble letter shit. I mean, that's graffiti, right? But
Yeah.
I've never tagged like actually graffiti.
I want that's what I'm saying. That's why I want to do it. Like before I die, I want to do
But
that.
that's
because
probably some shit I ain't gonna never do.
I think if we got, I mean, you gotta do
Now-
it. I ain't gotta do it illegally.
Now
I mean,
you know.
I
Now
can
you
do it
want to know
legally.
when we could do it? Hey, because when I finish my basement, you can tag my basement.
Oh
if you
hell
want.
yeah. Hell yeah.
I ain't got no issue with that.
Gotta design this shit though.
We
I
can
don't
tag a whole wall of hip hop.
Right.
I wouldn't care about that. That'd be dope. I would let you get in on it too, Dot. But you know that scribble scratch ain't gonna really work.
Scribble scratch. This nigga had never seen my penmanship ever. This nigga got a lot of nerve.
You know,
Hey,
dog,
you can tag his basement. It's gonna match what it say on his garage outside. Nigga go home.
hey,
I'll write the same shit on his fucking wall.
can I trace? Our class of motherfuckers that couldn't draw got the little trace paper. Dot, did you have the trace paper, dog?
I never had a trace paper, dog. I couldn't draw at all. Like, you know who can though? My son, young as that, he's a good artist and he don't even want to pursue it. It's like a hobby to him, but he cold.
You draw it all?
No.
So you didn't even do the trace paper?
Like they ain't let you use the trace paper back in the day when I was in high school. It was like you had to come with your own creative shit. Cause I sure would have liked to trace some shit.
Can't trace.
I failed art class
When I
horrendously.
like, yeah, like you can't trace, fam. Damn.
Yeah. But yeah, that is a design. I mean, you don't have to be a train to be the ultimate, like you did some more hip hop shit. Like, but
Hey,
I'll
on the real, we can tag my basement.
that'd be dope. That'd be dope. That's like before I die, I would like to do some stuff.
Hey, we'll tag that shit, put a polyurethane coat on that motherfucker, make sure it don't flake. That shit be fire, nigga.
You talking about real spray cans and shit?
All I need to do is write them 6 lines and make that sharp ass S that everybody made on their notebooks. Then put a dot next to it. I'm good.
Nigga, you was putting GD folks in that motherfucker too and shit.
I did get in trouble for putting some gang graffiti on some shit.
Dog was putting big pig sports on that motherfucker.
7-4 to the world blow. And they called me right down to the office, like, we know it was you. I said, how you know it was me? You the only black dude in that homeroom. I was like, damn, they got me.
Hey, motherfuckers used to be, dog, the desk used to be just something terrible, dog.
Trying to tell you.
Oh my god, dog. That's crazy.
But they say he released over 500 mixtapes in 10 years since 1994. That's some shit.
Hey, fam had some heat, man. He had some cold shit too, man.
Is he the one who he would be having those long ass,
like the 20-minute songs?
Yeah, and have every MC
with like
that he,
50 MC.
Yeah. And then he had a show on Shade 45 too.
Yeah. Is that the one he be like he be dropping a wet sound effect, that the splash? Is he the one that does that?
No,
I don't know if he did no splash.
I can't remember which one. I listened to it because they would replay it. He have a show at night and then they replay it like a Saturday
You
morning.
know they call him Mr. Slap Your DJ.
Why do they call him that?
Because he's a DJ that'll slap your DJ.
He a slappy DJ.
Yeah.
He got them hands.
Hey, dog. Hey, I don't know who you was listening to that was dropping the wet sounds, but you sure you was on Sirius XM?
That nigga was on backspin.
Who else is on Shade?
So you wasn't on the Playboy channel in this motherfucker?
He was in the Spice Channel, dog. Kapweek.
You got some
He was
splash.
like a macaroni sound.
Like stir it up real good.
Hey, dog got a shake weight at the crib, dog. He got a shake weight at the crib.
Ah, shit.
Dog, you got 2 shake weights at the crib.
Like,
Dog, you ever seen
It's
that?
crazy.
You ever seen that shake weight shit? That shit is hilarious, dog. Who the fuck even? Come on,
hey, Cass was buying them shits, man.
dog. That's gotta be the goofiest shit ever, dog.
The goofiest shit, man.
Come on, dog.
Feel like you don't get your goddamn ass out of here with that shit.
When you look at that shit, you know what it looked like. And it's
It
like,
looked exactly like that, dude.
these motherfuckers
Well, the first time I saw the commercial, I thought it was a Saturday Night Live skit. And I was like, oh, this is a real. They put up a real PO box. Like this is a real commercial. I'm like, who the fuck is buying this shit?
It's Who Kid. DJ Who Kid does the splash shit.
All right.
Oh yeah, who Kid? He kind of suspect.
Yeah, he was. I didn't like listening to our show. K Slay show is slamming more so.
Hey, dog, really you trying to make us believe K Slay had something splashing on?
I know somebody. I'm gonna say 45, but he play. Who Kid was on there all the fucking time. Like Who Kid was.
Who Kid was the in-house.
Dog
right, it's Shade 45. You know, you on there with G Unit.
Yeah. Who Kid was kind of. He was. Yeah, anyway, but R.I.P. to K Slay.
Word, man.
He was like 55, man.
55.
Young.
Had to lose. It's sad to still be losing people to COVID, man. COVID
Right.
Man, these niggas is they not
that shit is
4 or 5 years older than me and shit. Like,
hey,
right.
You know,
I'm 46.
Like, okay, I remember when Luther passed. I remember when Bernie Mac passed. You know,
Bernie Mac was 50.
I remember looking at those ages at that time. How long ago did Bernie Mac pass? It's got to be.
Bernie Mac passed like 2007.
Yeah, so it's over 10 years. So I remember them passing and seeing that age and feeling like, damn, man, that's like crazy young. You know,
crazy young. I think
though,
Robert Harris was young too, wasn't
he? Yeah,
Robert Harris was 36.
Like even though I wasn't nowhere age at the time, I was feeling like, damn, that's just like mad young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, fast forward to now, me being, you know, in my mid 40s, getting close to going to 50 now, and I'm like, damn, I'm that age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm that age where people who passed away, it was like they died young. You know what I'm saying? Like
super young.
My pops will be 91 this year, man.
God damn.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how I don't know.
91? Oh, you the youngest, right?
My pops will be 91. I'm the youngest.
No, I'm saying you the youngest of all your siblings, right?
Yeah, my pops will be 91.
How old is your oldest sibling?
My oldest sibling is 67.
I think my stepfather is like 88. He's 88. Like I was talking to him today.
My oldest sibling is 67.
Damn. Damn. 60. Oh, they had you. You was a oops.
Yeah. Like, oops. 45 when he had it.
Oh, so you gonna be in the same boat then?
Nah, bro.
Oh, you got the big snip?
That ain't happening, man.
Ill nigga alert.
Nah, man. Hey,
I'm done.
Couple appointments made for certain couple appointments made. I'm gonna deal with the shit that I dealt with a few months ago and shit.
I said a few months ago. I got my shit done 2015.
Nah, I ain't talking about that. Yeah, you talking about when you had to slip.
That starts with polo fleeces.
This nigga here.
But,
no cancer though. No polyps. No cancer. I got to go back 10 years.
I got that coming up, and then I'm gonna have the other joint coming up as well. And man, it's a little bit surreal. My sister actually she's been like talking me out of that.
Out of the colonoscopy?
No, out of the vasectomy, man. Like she's like, you shouldn't be doing that, because you're closing the door on things that, it's still. And I'm like,
but you saying you never want to have kids, though, right?
No, it's like that's really not true. What really the real thing is, I would have preferred to be like y'all, well, not Dot. I would have preferred to be like Styles.
I said not like that.
Well, I would have preferred to be.
Fuck this nigga.
Have my kids when I was younger. Styles get to the point where he almost an empty nester right now, and he get his life all the way back. You feel what I'm saying?
How was your youngest? Your youngest is like what, 16, 17, Tommy?
16 this year.
You get what I'm saying? That's
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
so it's like I want to, when looking back, hindsight 2020, it's like damn, I would have liked to have a kid when I was in my early 20s. He'd be grown right now, or she'd be grown. You know what I'm saying? And I could just be help guiding them through life type shit. You feel what I mean? But it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't start now, dog. I'm gonna be dealing with a motherfucker. Like, let's say if I had a kid right now, right? So then I'm gonna be 65 trying to wrestle with some young nigga like I was when I was 20.
I mean, that's what your pops was doing.
Nah, my pops didn't give a fuck. He was like, shit, nigga, to the streets you go, nigga.
He got you getting raised by Mr. Baylor at Baylor's watermelon stand.
Nah, but
Hey, raise my son.
he was an extra pops figure though. But nah, for real, my pops, man, my pops was old school as fuck, man. He Mississippi country boy, came up here, worked at a tannery. Just an old school cat, man. So what the memories I got of my pops is shit, man. That motherfucker was getting he'd go to work, he'd come over on the weekends, he'd get drunk as fuck at the tavern that was across the street from the crib. Come back over, do some crazy shit in the house because he was drunk. That's my pops, man. But he was around. He took care of me. He was always a provider. I remember my pops had fights and shit. I see my pops get into a straight up fight in the liquor store. Got busted in the head with a 40 bottle. Had glass in his head. My mom took the glass out his head back at the crib, bleeding and shit. My pops used to be a wild dude. Then he just chilled, stopped drinking, and now he is how he is.
That's usually how I go.
That's the
That's the circle of life.
The old school cats. Like I'll say your dad, my dad, or some of the older people around that age. When they was working in these like factories and shit, they was working their fucking ass. They was working like working.
He was working.
Like
yeah.
And they got off and they had to. I mean, we were like, oh man, just be drinking and shit. I look at motherfuckers who drink now differently because nigga, like we were talking. I was online. I don't know if you saw the post I made a few weeks ago about the liquor store in the corner and all this shit that happened there.
Yeah, I seen it. Was like, get him, Tommy.
Yeah, that one. It was a few shits in that post that people were like, hey, I remember that corner, and then everybody was like making. It was like a reunion and shit from Atkinson.
Remember that shit?
Yeah. And one of the chicks was like talking about her uncle who lived like next door. And I went to high school with her. Just now, like finding that was her uncle, and I went to high school with her and shit. And that motherfucker used to be drunk every damn day after work. But he worked at Patrick Cudahy. That was at the front of the damn slaughterhouse line. Like when the pigs came through, he was cutting the pigs from the beginning.
My pops worked at a tannery, dog.
Same ass shit.
Yeah, I mean, most of our parents worked at some factory in Milwaukee. That's what it was back in the day. You worked at A.O. Smith, Briggs and Stratton.
8 to 12 hours a day, like cutting the neck off a pig or a cow and shit.
But like, I ain't live with my pops. I live with my mom, and my pops, had his house. My other brother, my brother Tron lived there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I went over my pop's crib. I was still, but I didn't live with him, right?
Right.
So it's a difference of I had to observe my pops from a distance to learn. And the only thing that a lot of stuff I would see as a kid was I knew he kept a nice car. You know what I'm saying? He kept like either a Lincoln.
Get that caddy.
And I knew that he was always wearing a Kango, always kind of dressed kind of slick when he wasn't at work. He always had a certain way he wanted to present himself, always kept himself clean shaved. Yep. I just picked up on a lot of that stuff. But then the other thing I knew was that he worked. He just worked hard. Like he always had it.
I mean, he was a cool. I don't know how he was with you on a daily basis, but if you ran into him at the corner store, he wasn't no jerk. I mean, it's like a couple times he done bought some kids some candy, you know what I'm saying, or he'd cuss out the Arabs who was running the store because they was trying to, jerk you out of some chains, some shit like that. He was a cool, down to earth fella.
Yeah, he was just, he just went about his business, worked, and that was that. You know what I'm saying? So I observed that, and I learned a lot of games just from those things alone, with just my
just
mom.
Observing.
And he didn't never tell me that stuff. I just picked up on, oh, this is like how this is how that is, right? So then it's like you fast forward to now, half my life, my pop's been retired. Like he retired right at retirement age. My pop's 91, fam. That was 26 years ago.
Shout out to retirement. Hey, I'm trying to set.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm trying to set Kai up.
Yeah. I mean,
shout out to Kaya. She about to become a. Hopefully, that happens. She's going for a physical for the firefighter cadet thing. But I said, dude, this thing you be able to retire at like 45.
Retire early.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
And I'm trying
And retire and retire good.
Right.
Not just retire, like retire good.
Bro, I'm already like, I feel like I could retire at 50. I said I was gonna retire at 55 regardless. I feel like I could retire at 50. And I've been seriously looking at it like, yo, if I can, I think I am. Because I wanna I wanna reclaim life, dog. Like working, I mean just working and it's like, man, it's like you be feeling like damn, that's all you do. You feel me?
I didn't work so hard and missed so much. Like y'all joke about the time period that I kind of missed. I literally missed a phase of my life by working so hard and paying so much attention to what I was doing. But now I'm trying to fast forward into a position where I don't have to work that hard, but yet still reap the benefits of work.
Right.
I'm not gonna be able to retire at 55. I retire at 60.
I mean, we can talk about it off air, but I mean, there's certain things that people purchase out here, man.
Yeah.
And you might have to go ahead and just partake.
Just get your just do like Franklin. I'm saying brick by brick. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I mean,
like I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you take it away because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
that was a hell of a
That's some real shit.
The way a nigga talk to you.
You don't like the way a nigga be talking slick. Fuck that, nigga. Is he bringing money in, nigga? What the fuck?
Right.
Now drive, motherfucker.
No fault,
you be on bullshit.
I'm back. Yo, that last episode was real stupid. And I like that they make a reference.
It was drugs, though.
It was.
And hey, that shit could happen, fam.
Now, real talk. As beefy as that beef is between Scully and them, they really could be in cahoots and some shit like that. That's how close.
Hey, money will change your whole
his baby.
You might if you talking about millions here, man. You see, he said he made 56 million for Teddy. If you and somebody else got beef, somebody tried to kill somebody, or somebody on your crew got killed by your opposition or whatever, if somehow some way you was able to get 20 million from whatever deal y'all struck, you might overlook that your cousin Rod got killed, or your auntie Samantha then got shot. It's like that 20 million make you sleep a little bit differently. Me personally, I can't do it, but hey, for 100 million, I might be able to look the other way.
They traded grace because what happened was, for one, it wasn't Louis and them that actually shot the bait. You know what I'm saying? So that's the one. But Louis did get shot. And
it was Leon, right? Was it Leon?
And then Leon. It was
it wasn't Leon. It was you switching shows up now. You mixing shows.
It was a fat dude. But
okay, the fat dude that was down with Leon.
Yeah. But check it out. Louis got shot, and then Jerome gave Scully grace because he could have killed him.
Right.
And so it's like they traded grace, basically.
Okay.
So
pretty much.
That it kind of evened them up. And that's why he said, dog, we married by blood. You know what I'm saying? That he said that on the show. Scully said that. Because they did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
It's a weird lifestyle. And I mean, you get emotionally attached to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, fuck this show. I'll be back watching that shit.
Yeah, you just like you turn into fresh.
It was a good show. Like I said, the one far-fetched part was that tiger shit.
Yeah, come on, man.
Me to the left, like, come on, fam.
Hey, John Cena he wouldn't allow that shit if he's still alive.
Let that happen.
They may have been a tiger involved. But I wouldn't have gotten so far-fetched to eating off of it.
It wouldn't have been that much involved.
No.
The tiger ate.
But they got to Hollywood some things up. You know what I'm saying? It's only one more season before it's over with. So.
But But we got plenty of shit to talk about. We got a couple of topics we're going to talk about this evening. We're going to talk about finally the whole Grambling State University volleyball team, the college volleyball team that got cut, and one of the highest paid college athletes in the game. We're going to talk about that because the whole shit done flipped now that college athletes can get paid. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, and I'm sure we're going to talk a little bit more about college sports in general with the portal and all that shit. Because we got a homeboy who got got a guy in the
Yeah,
portal right now.
that's just crazy.
Yeah, but I'm gonna pass this off to King Cocaine.
Damn, dog did me like that.
Oh, hold on. Okay, wait, I could. I mean,
I mean, get your Twitter fingers ready, man.
I led up to it.
You did though.
I mean, he gave the lob.
He
No
did.
hops having ass, nigga.
All right, man. You listening to?
Yeah.
We'll be back and shit.
Through drought and famine, natural disasters, my baby has been around for me. Kingdoms are falling, angels be calling. None of that could ever make me leave. Yeah. Every time I look into your eyes, I see it. You're all I need. Every time I get a bit inside, I feel it. Who would have thought I'd get you? Who would have thought I'd get you? And when we're making love, your cries, they can be heard from far and wide. It's only the two of us. Everything I need between those thighs. Every time I look into your eyes, I see it. You're all I need. Every time I get a bit inside, I feel it. Ooh, who would have thought I'd get you? Oh yeah, babe. Ooh, who would have thought I'd get you?
And I'll take some time just to be thankful that I had days full of you. Before it winds down into the memories, it's all just memories.
You got someone like, don't you love when I come around? Somebody just tell you up, then I take you down. Got someone like, don't you love when I come around? Somebody just tell you up, then I take. Ooh, who would have thought I'd get you? Oh yeah, babe. Ooh, who would have thought I'd get you?
This feels like summer, but you make me feel so alive. Just be my lover, but you lead me to die.
I can love you with my eyes closed. I don't lose sight of your beauty, cause your heart is fine gold, baby. I'ma take my time with your mind. Your ambition won't leave me alone. Tell me about your dreams, tell me everything. Don't nobody care about your heart like I do. Girl, I'm down for you just the way that you're down for me. Body like a queen, but it ain't about your body, baby, it's about your being. I ain't rolling up, but I'm on a high. When you really think about it, ain't no wonder why. I'm so down for you. I'm so down for you, babe. So down, I'm so I see you from the inside. I'm so down for you. I'm so down for you, babe. So down, I'm so I see you. Never could forget you, cause you're so beautiful. Girl, I'm blind and to love you. Woo. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. You're so beautiful. Girl, I'm blind and to love you. Woo. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Beauty in your soul. Girl, I'm blind and to love you. Woo. Yeah. Woo. A blind man can love you just for who you are. Got 20/20 vision, and I still don't see your flaws. I said you make me feel good, and you ain't even touch me. My baby A1, I ain't gon' trade you in for nothing. And now I'm doing the most. Making sure I keep your attention, baby. I'm true in the post, true in the post. I'm in the bay with the baddest intentions. You bet that I mentioned, baby, you bet. With my eyes open, there's no one better, there isn't. Never left it, I'm glad that you didn't. Body like a queen, but it ain't about your body, baby, it's about your being. I ain't rolling up, but I'm on a high. When you really think about it, ain't no wonder why. I'm so down for you. I'm so down for you, babe. So down, I'm so I see you from the inside. I'm so down for you. I'm so down for you, babe. So down, I'm so I see you. Never could forget you, cause you're so beautiful. Girl, I'm blind and to love you. Woo. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. You're so beautiful. Girl, I'm blind and to love you. Woo. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Beauty in your soul. Girl, I'm blind and to love you. Woo. Oh, yeah. You can't even sit in peace, cause all of these niggas be on you. I'm just saying I can be, yeah, one that you call and you talk to, girl. I'll share my world with you. If you're gonna waste your time, yeah, waste your time with me. I mean, honestly, open your eyes and see if you're gonna give anyone you need. Waste your time with me. You could have all the space, more than you need. There's no pressure, if you got time to waste it with me. And I ain't worried about them. Girl, you are that I see. And I am who I am. And I be where I be. If you ever hit me on a late night, man, I'll give you a clear mind. Might give you some insight. I'll share my world with you. If you're gonna waste your time, then waste your time with me. I mean, honestly, open your eyes and see. If you're gonna waste your time, you need. Waste your time with me. You can have all the space, all that you need. There's no pressure. If you got time to waste it with me. Don't close your eyes to get away. Just bang my line and I'll arrange it. Beautiful girl, you're stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless. Yeah. All I'm drinking is champagne. All you want is the same thing.
Yeah. The 10,000 building, get your ass an apartment, put you inside a G-class, that's just a starter kit. Plenty things count in life, but none of them is a thought of it. New piece around my neck is chess games, cause shorty stay with calculated moves like Beth Harmon. Swear I'm more Purple Rain Prince than Prince Charming. Disappointment, I stay expecting it. The pessimist, gold medalist, flush the magnums just so they not collecting my specimens. Damn. The way she with Poppy, man, you would think she's a veteran on remembrance. Cleaning lady, sweep the room daily for all the evidence of everything I ever did. Do they have a pool there? Do they have a gym there? You used to do skincare, but now you do swimwear. Your ex-roommate got a condo that's downtown, but she got no furniture in her crib. I've been there. Checkmate, even though you hate that I even check her, I still get an E for effort. Only time I played it back and forth is a Leah record. If I let you talk first and nobody is speaking second. Fluent in passive aggression, that's why you acting dismissive. Hearing me out for once will require you actually listen. Damn. The boy is back, I never turn my back. I just slapped him, so now all that they see is my back. Say that damn Maybach Benz with me in the back. When I wasn't accurate, I still couldn't clean on my act. Whenever I tell the truth, you feel like you being attacked, but that come with being attached, so how about we leave it at that?
If you're gonna waste your time, then waste your time.
You don't want to let no sucker look you in your eyes, huh? Better short them eyelashes. You love what you do with a passion. Oh, that shit a track. I fuck with you, girl.
All he wanna do is gas me. How we end up in the backseat, just trying to get to the bag. We on the same page, you the same way. Only keep the fam around me, so let me know what it's gonna be. I don't plan on getting no sleep while we doing our thing, moving too fast. Candy paint with the windows all black, seats creme brulee. What they gon' say? With the top down, screaming money, anything. We up till 6 in the morning. When the sunrise, we'll be on it. Oh, I got 5, you know it's so live. Tell me when to go, baby, when we gon' slide, baby, when we gon' slide. Hey, hey. Up all night, baby, when we gon' slide. Oh, hey, hey. Baby, when we gon' slide, 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 slide. I don't care if we on a run. Nothing matters when we one-on-one. Looking at us cause we going dumb. We on the same wave, you the same way. You know I'll be down if it's with you. Where we going, baby, what's the move? We should take a trip up to the moon. Get a room. Doing nothing, moving too fast. Candy paint with the windows all black, seats creme brulee. What they gon' say? With the top down, screaming money, anything. We up till 6 in the morning. When the sunrise, we'll be on it. Oh, I got 5, you know it's so live. Tell me when to go, baby, when we gon' slide, baby, when we gon' slide. Up all night, baby, when we gon' slide. Hey, up all night, baby, when we gon' slide. Up all night, baby, when we gon' slide.
Oh, honey, I need a vacation. I need my bitch in an apron. Booty all out cooking bacon. Orange juice and ace, we drinking. I only come out when the stars out. I'm on a mission, but we fall out. The city talking with a large mouth. Yeah, they after the boy like Fallout. 400. Drop it, give me 50, girl. Drop it, give me 50. You should slide with me, cause you be tripping when you miss me. You gon' hold me close and on your neck gon' be a hickey. I ain't gotta do too much, I know what get you sticky. I ain't gotta know astrology, I know your vibe. Skip the footplay, you don't let niggas fuck with your mind. I ain't giving out apologies when I'm behind. Fucking up the seats of the brand new ride.
Moving too fast, candy paint with the windows all black, seats creme brulee. What they gon' say? With the top down, screaming money, anything. We up till 6 in the morning. When the sunrise, we'll be on it. Oh, I got 5, you know it's so live. Tell me when to go, baby, when we gon' slide, baby, when we gon' slide. Up all night, baby, when we gon' slide. Hey, up all night, baby, when we gon' slide. Up all night, baby, when we gon' slide.
Fucking up the seats of the brand new ride.
Peep game. This is the Grown Ass Man Experience. We back. Peep game. It's Tuesday. Y'all listen to it? So it must be between 5 7 p.m. Sometimes 7:30 because we be going long and shit. But today,
dog and this bitch snacking.
Hey, you called me. Like, we're coming back. I'm like, right. But because they're here every Tuesday, 5 p.m. 7 p.m. on GoRadio.com. But you can also catch us on Peep Game 414 on Instagram and on Twitter. So King Cocaine was playing his best B100 rendition here. Run down.
Hey, that really wasn't no B100 rendition.
No.
Hey, that was a dope mix right there, man. I was a little surprised. I was like, oh, okay.
I was gonna rip. I was trying to rip, but you would look like you were enjoying it.
And anybody who watching the show, who watch it on YouTube, like, oh, this nigga that vibing. He's playing my shits.
Yeah.
No, I played.
I stopped the rip.
I mean, hey, obviously some of them were commercial successful songs. But I just played some shit. For one, you know, last when we was coming in, you remember how you just said, "Oh, I hit you unexpectedly." I was ready, but I wasn't ready yet. I was like, "Yo, what if all the joints I wanted to play?"
Hey, you the DJ. That's why you're here.
But I did it, you know. Hey, that was for the ladies right there. That set was like, you know, what I'm saying, that's that, you know, that music that everybody can enjoy out here. Because you know what I realized, you know, a lot of our listeners, you know, we have some definitely some women listeners. I ain't gonna say females because you know we don't do the female thing here. So you know, I wanted to look out for them. I know that's the shit that they fuck with. So I started off with "Get You" by Daniel Caesar. You know what I'm saying?
They canceled that dude.
Yeah, they did cancel dude. But hey, that was
why they canceled up.
Because he was like, white people ain't no white people.
He was like, all lives matter.
Ain't no white people racist.
I guess I don't fuck with dog.
Man, he really.
He did it to himself. Like, mama, he killed himself.
Kind of like that dude who was found missing or got killed by his white girlfriend who was talking shit about the other black women.
He torpedoed himself, man. It's crazy. But then I went to, this is like an underground joint. A lot of people probably ain't even heard of this dude. But Xavier Omar, and that was Blind Man. Then I went to Waste of Time. That was Brent Fayez featuring Drake. I think that's the right way to say dude name. Fayez, I'm not sure.
I was about to say Drake. Drake?
But no, that was Drake on that joint. Hey, you know, while I'm not the biggest Drake fan, when he stay in his lane and just do what he does, I tolerate dog music. I just do what you like, enjoy doing. You enjoy doing half-ass R&B, kind of like whatever music. Just do that then, man.
I don't.
Don't try to just be like, yo, I'm the this nigga out spit. Like, don't talk like that, because then we got the issue.
That's definitely where I got the issue. And you know what?
He call himself the greatest. I mean, it's cool if you feel that way, if that's you, but we know you're not the greatest. But I mean, you ain't whack per se, but just stay in your lane. That's all. Stay in your lane.
Everybody's left.
In his lane, he probably could deem himself the greatest in that lane.
He the greatest in that lane.
In that lane, yeah.
In that little making like chick songs, talking about girl songs. Oh, he the goat probably of that shit because that's what he does the
But
best.
it's definitely very apparent that when it comes to trying to diss niggas and go on to the level, he gets somebody to write his shit.
But then even with that, I never. I put it like this: listening to Drake diss somebody, I never feel no validity in it because it's like, dog, we know that you ain't that guy. You're not that guy.
You wheelchair Jimmy.
You know, we know you not hard. We know you not. You know, we know you not that guy.
And realistically, you don't have to be hard to be a good hip hop artist. You don't.
You know, but
That's not what we're saying.
he wanna cross and he wanna be able to walk all the lanes. Nah, fam, you can't walk all the lanes. You feel me?
Right. He wants to cover it all.
Yeah, you can't do that. So we know you're not that guy.
Right.
And then we ended it up with her, and that was featuring YG, and that was called Slide, and that joint bang.
I like that shit.
Yeah, that shit hot.
Shit bang.
It's not new either.
That's off her latest and greatest. Maybe
But it was like
last
one of
year or
the
something.
first releases though, right?
Yeah,
So it's been rocking for a minute. So
Yeah, that joint bang.
appreciate the
I like her.
the left turn.
Her is a dope ass artist, man.
Oh, she cold. She in my current, like, she stay in my rotation.
Did you know that?
She ain't dropped a whack joint yet.
She composed most of her own shit. She won Star Search some while back. Wasn't it Star Search?
It was Star Search because she was ended up because
she was a little kid prodigy playing.
yeah, she was on Disney. She was on the Disney Channel for a minute
She was cold, man.
as somebody else.
She played all them instruments, guitar,
That's pretty dope.
keyboard. You know, she dope.
Like, she is dope. And I mean, she easy on the eyes too. You know what I'm saying? That don't hurt.
She was wearing glasses and shit.
She kind of got out. She kind of has started to not wear them as much, but she used to legit wear glasses. Her name,
Cause she was shy.
yeah, her name is her. She would wear all them glasses. You barely could see who she was. You wouldn't even recognize her. But she kind of got over that.
Oh, good for her.
Where, you know.
But yeah, we got some topics to talk about. But I did want to actually kind of talk a little bit about some old shit. We were talking about off air. I think Homer hit it on his show the other day regarding the mass shooting that took place in Pennsylvania, where there's an underage party at a Airbnb. Are you familiar with this? That's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's an underage party. Somebody rented an Airbnb out and basically threw a party with like over 200 young people there having a party. And I guess that a squabble took place, and rather than the whole ass niggas like taking the squabble outside, they squabbled on the inside and was shooting on the inside of the house, and had
Some of the dumbest shit ever, man.
some of the dumbest shit ever. And I was commenting on the Keeping It Real with Homer Blow's show, commenting on how stupid it was for the young people to be having their phone on Facebook Live or whatever they were doing, to have a camera on, recording all the
While
shit,
they running and shit.
as opposed to putting the phone down and getting the fuck out and calling the people that they need to
And
call.
ain't no way, man. That's like standing in the middle of a tornado, like, dog, look at this wild shit happening outside. If you don't get the shelter, my nigga.
I've seen a video of somebody doing that, standing in the middle of a tornado
with their phone.
It was
That's just the.
Dog, we in the craziest era ever, fam. Everybody think that you're supposed to record everything, dog.
No.
No.
I mean, I guess it has to do with our age, because I don't even have the wherewithal to pull my phone out and press record on some shit. Like the other day, I had a job interview, and everything's virtual. And halfway through the introduction, I was, ooh, I can actually start recording so I can hear my responses and hear their questions and listen back to it. So I recorded myself. But these motherfuckers be like ready. They be ready to go right from the jump. That's the first thing they think of. That was like
It's the goofiest shit, man. I'm like, who's raising these kids?
Man, I mean, I've spoke on it several times, but when I was younger, coming up and shit, even when I became an adult, dog, I was always the dude to be breaking up some shit. Like, I didn't want to see cats having unnecessary squabbles out there. You feel me? So it's like now, I don't even think that nobody even thinks that breaking up shit is an option. I
No,
see
it,
motherfuckers our age pulling out their phone and just sit back and watch fights and watch shit happen.
Right.
That's some goofy ass shit. I got no respect for people like that, dog. No respect.
if anything, I'm trying to get up out of there, man, because back in the day when I used to try and break up fights, I remember I got punched straight in the jaw. I thought he had knocked one of my teeth loose. And I mean, I had nothing to do with this fight, but once I got punched in the mouth, I had to reevaluate the shit. Like, should I be up and break this shit up, or should I start throwing hands too? And I was like, you know what? I'm done breaking up fights, man. I'm like, if it ain't my family members or one of my guys up in it, and I'm saying it don't involve me, man. I'm like, we over here.
It's natural instinct for me, just because I've been a high school administrator for so long. Right. Like it was a natural instinct. You see some shit go down, you're going over there to try to break it up. And the ones
Yeah, see that's different. That's different. But like if we out and about, if say the four of us out and about, and all of a sudden we see like two dudes get to scrapping, and we might know the two dudes. We know who they are. We might not know them personally, but we know their names. Hey, I'm automatically assuming that somebody finna start blasting. So I'm like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here. I ain't even trying to see what's going on. I'm like, yo, let's roll out.
If I know him though, I'm gonna probably jump in. Dog,
Nah.
I've always been like that though, dog. Like I always, and don't get me wrong.
But I'm not saying but you don't know them. You just know their names. Oh, that's so and so. You don't really know them.
But you do know that motherfuckers really want somebody to jump in. Like literally, they don't want to fight in most cases. Like they want you to kind of jump in because when you start pulling niggas away, it ain't that much effort to pull them away.
Hey, well, just so you know, if I'm ever like in like a confrontation, I want that shit.
Yeah, I mean, unless somebody back me into a corner or something like that, I tried younger as that. I would just hop into a fight just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Now, older tax paying as that father as that, like I don't jump into no fights unless it's absolutely positively necessary. And even then, I probably used to have road rage where I'd be ready to cut somebody out and pull up on them. I don't do all that wild shit now. It's like I got kids to go home to, a wife. I don't got time for all this wild, unnecessary drama. If I see some shit going down, I'm trying to avoid it. Now, if you swing on me or you put your hands on me, I'm gonna try to send you to Jesus. Other than that, I'm walking away.
Dog, it's very rare for me to be feeling like I need to whoop somebody or I'm gonna fight a motherfucker. Like I'm not in that zone at all. And I've never been that way.
The last time I can recall you really wanted to do something was that time we was up at what's the spot on is it Kiss?
Yeah.
That was the last time I recall you was like, yo, Dot, you with? I was like, dog, let's go over here and see him. That was the last time I recall you get like you was giddy about some shit.
That wasn't even my issue. It was, some shit that Dot had going on. But I had a previous issue with the person. So I'm like, well,
Right. So you was like, yo, let's do it.
They could
Pause.
Collateral hands out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
Correct.
Well, it's like, hey, you just ran into the wrong combination today.
Yep.
It was one of them things.
It was like it's your turn.
Yeah, in general, I don't be on that shit.
So rewind back to your 20s though.
Oh, I wasn't like that. I've been breaking up motherfuckers from fighting for a very, very, very. It was always how I was, and it's because I grew up with two niggas with short fuses and they was live wire. I grew up with two cats who was literally I couldn't turn back around, and it'd be a fight finna break out. So it was like I had to be level headed because if I wasn't, we would have been fighting all the time.
I mean, it depends on what part of my 20s you're talking about. Early 20s, I was with the smoke. Late 20s, I kind of was like, it's kind of played out. I got two children now, so I can't be doing this wild shit no more.
But as a like with the threshold, what is the threshold of like you're like I'm too old for this? Like I've become old. Like,
when I turned 30, I was like, I'm not really gonna be fighting on fucking. It was around when I turned about 30, but I mean, so let me think. Yeah, it was around when I turned 30. But previous to that, I had various altercations with people.
Yeah.
Out in clubs and all types of bullshit where I had to put my hands on somebody. Had to, me and my one homie had to beat up his cousin's boyfriend because dude had beat her up. Crazy shit. That I got involved in.
We had to beat him up.
I mean, yeah, because he put hands on him and
So we had to.
you know the, you know the drill. I mean,
I know the drill. I know the drill.
because he knew he violated. Like, yo, like, dog, you really think we know you? You done been around us, and you think that you gonna put your hands on her, and we ain't gonna come to see you about that? Like, this is happening. Like,
I was seeing way too much violent, horrific acts that I kind of got numb to, and once I seen somebody get Kirby, I was like, yeah, maybe this is too much for S. Maybe I've explored all the avenues I can explore with this one. I was like, I'm gonna have to go ahead and pull it back.
So, for people like me, what is a Kirby?
Oh, it's like when somebody get their mouth put on the curb, like they say you opening your mouth real wide, somebody place your head like the curb, like you about to bite the curb, but they kick the back of your head down on the curb. That's a Kirby. Oh, it's quite violent. Hey, once I seen that, I was like, yeah, I think I should probably chill before I'll be the next one to get a Kirby because karma's a bitch.
hey man, I mean, and me and Doc grew up around the same area, and like I was telling him, man, remember we was talking about gangs and shit back in the day,
Yeah.
about 2427.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I came up around cats that was in these gangs and was hanging out as a kid, not knowing that this wasn't the place to be.
I'm trying to tell you.
And
I just thought they was cool dudes. I didn't. I like. Oh, are you really in the gang? Oh, I didn't know.
like I'm
And
just,
then you saw it jump off, and you was like, "Ah, this ain't for me."
but I seen this one nigga, and he was infamous around the hood, and his name was Kool Aid.
Oh my god.
Kick his own cousin in the nose, like it was some Bruce Lee, like some straight up like kicked him in the nose, and it was like like nigga, I was a kid. The shit was like, did that shit just happen? And it happened quick. And it felt like it was over nothing. Like I don't know what the niggas was talking about, but his cousin must have said something that Dog wasn't feeling. And Dog just gave him a quick ass, just straight up roundhouse kick to the nose. And shit was bleeding. And I'm just standing there like, the fuck just happened? His cousin, dog.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I have a different perspective. I mean, I know y'all engaged in the shit and actually saw the shit and probably was helping people with the shit. I think I was more like a Nas or like a Sky Zoo, like just sitting inside, like watching that shit. I didn't, I wasn't with no gangs. I had friends that were gang members. I had cousins that were gang members.
Right.
And it really got serious. I think it was the year that I went to college, like 92 is when shit popped the fuck off in the city, where there wasn't nobody putting hands on nobody no more. That was when people were starting to get shot, like 91, 92.
Yeah.
You could open up.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
They starter coat and they got all the GDs and stars and shit all inside they coat. Like, you know what I'm saying? That
like by that.
It was pressing you like, man, who you with, nigga?
Right. When your starter coat was taken, it was
He
violent.
lying.
Yeah,
you had to know that lit.
Motherfuckers,
like, spit that lit.
If you have, like motherfuckers walking around with Dallas Cowboys starter coats on, motherfucker, that shit was a target.
Yeah.
That was damn. It wasn't like no fandom shit. Like you had that shit on, motherfuckers thought you was a vice lord, nigga. That's it, and that's it. Like,
man, I remember at Capitol Court. I'm trying to think what his name. I think it might have been Foot Action. You remember when Houston Astros came out with that new logo on their hat? They had the 5 broken up. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It was like cracked in half or whatever. I'm talking about a gang of GDs up there just buying them hats out. And they was putting them on, breaking them off to the right. And it was like, as soon as they was going outside, like VLs was waiting on cats to come outside with that hat. And I was going to buy one of those hats. And the man was like, young man. And I seen cats getting jumped. I was like, oh no, like just give me a regular Brewers hat, snapback. I'm good with this. Cats was getting stolen on for having the hat that Houston Astros had on, broke to the right, because they had that 5-point star that was busted up.
Walking through the shit, not paying no attention.
Hey, Tommy was skipping and whistling and shit. Like, yeah, they got nachos here. Look at that.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna go buy Orange Julius and get me an orange juice. All of a sudden, niggas got switchblades out.
Same thug ass niggas y'all know, I probably knew, and was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'd holler at them, and I'd be on my way. Like for real, it wasn't. I wouldn't. They just knew I wasn't with the shit, and it wasn't like I was. I was trying. I wasn't trying to front like I was down with them. I wasn't trying to act like I was scared of them. It was just like, "Hey, what's up? What's happening?" It was just my niggas. Then niggas like, hey,
right.
I was like, "Oh, dog on that shit." Like I didn't know what the fuck they was on.
No, I get it, man.
I didn't know enough about the street shit to know that I need to be worried about it.
I mean, some of the OGs in my neighborhood was schooling us on things we could and couldn't do. Because I used to wear a lot of UNLV stuff because I like Larry Johnson and them, right? And it was like once I crossed over past 27th Street and I go like to A.O. Smith Park on 29th, them 2 was pressing me like, yo, what you got that shit on for? I'm like, I like Larry Johnson and they like Stacey Allman. They's like, nah, nigga, ain't no motherfucking 2 4s over here. I'm like, I live on 26th Street. They're like, no, get the fuck out of here. Like, go home and change clothes, nigga.
Oh, like, I'm right.
I'm like, right. I live on 26th Street. They was like, nah, nigga. You ain't wearing that UNLV shit over here. I'm like, the fuck?
Who's the old shit
and,
what?
About the you realize you that old nigga now.
Yeah,
like,
man. This is actually a good segue, man. Man, when I was younger, I mean, so we the age bracket that we grew up with hip hop. We were literally born into hip hop and grew up with some form of hip hop being relevant pretty much our entire lives. Now, it might not have been too relevant in your household if you didn't have someone who was listening to it, in the early stages. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, older brothers, I got I got 2 brothers that's 5 and 7 years older than me. And then I have brothers who are many more years older than me. Like I got some brothers that's old enough to be, I could essentially be their son. You know what I'm saying? So the way it works out is in my household, my older brothers, they was more listening to funk, maybe some disco, but that funk, that was their shit. Like that was what was relevant to them. So I grew up hearing funk. That's all I heard for a minute. Hip hop was around, but they wasn't fucking with it. You want to know why?
That was the crossover.
Right. Hip hop was around. They wasn't fucking with it because they was on they shit that they grew up with. They wasn't fucking with the shit that essentially I was fucking with.
If your brother's the same age as my brother, the funk that was playing, motherfuckers just took the funk records and rapped right over. Like
right.
The whole Sugar Hill Gang shit.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what happened. But they didn't like that shit. Mm-hmm. So when I really, really started fucking with rap music was when my older brother, who was only like 7 years older than me, when he discovered it. It was like I discovered it because that's what the fuck he was playing, and that's all I heard. That's all I heard, right? So I come up with hip-hop. I grew up with hip-hop, and that was my shit. So me and my brother can relate. That was our shit, collectively, right? My sister, same thing. And then, obviously we grew up with Prince, motherfucking Michael Jackson.
We
Marvin Gaye.
We like the perfect hybrid.
Because we had it all. We had all
for sure.
Music, and then we had hip hop.
Nigga, we had disco, funk, the R&B, the pop, and hip hop.
Nobody had all that.
All that shit.
So, but hip hop was the motherfucking redhead stepchild like a motherfucker. Hip hop didn't really get its wings until the 90s down there. You know what I'm saying? But with that was my shit. Like I gravitated to that shit. We all did, right? You remember the hate that we got for that though.
Yep.
And you remember how it was like, can't listen to that shit in here. I want to hear that shit. You remember that?
Yeah.
Picking up the basement. My father.
You can't be playing that bullshit, blah, blah, blah.
I was in
right?
Yep.
Dog.
The whole shit got taken.
And I used to feel like, man, why the fuck is they tripping? Like, what the fuck, right? Guess what, dog? I'm not.
We them niggas.
I'm not that to that extent where it's like You can't play that shit. But guess what? I don't respect the new shit at all. I got like no respect for it. I look at the classics, right? And I'm like, these niggas is what is these like what is that? Right? But I think back and I'm like, you know what? They were saying the same thing to us.
The exact same thing.
You talking to a nigga who in 1989 we went out of town. I shouldn't even be telling this shit. We went out of town on a family we went to a family reunion down south and we went shopping. And I went to this store. I'll never forget this. I bought some pants and shit, man. Them shits with some hammer pants, man.
What? Shit. Steve thought he was too big, MC.
Hey, to the school, come back. I got the joints, right? And I got the parallel shoes with the silver tips on the joints, man. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I got them joints and I got a little bullshit ass shirt. Hey, I thought I was fly as fuck in that bullshit, right? I think back to that, and it hit me the other day. I'm like, I used to be these niggas.
You are those niggas.
I used to be these niggas. Like I was these niggas.
Hammer pants was the extreme.
It was the extreme.
Extreme to the style.
But I was accepted and respected because I had them shit. With the
Because you was trendy.
With the motherfucking shoes with the caps on them, nigga. With the that was nigga.
Aluminum.
Like Steezo.
That was that shit, nigga. Like I was that nigga when I wore that shit to school. Motherfuckers was like, oh shit. And now I look at it and I'm thinking like, damn, I be talking shit about what they be wearing, but I did it at one point.
Right now I heard
I did it.
I heard on one of the shows that report down here so greedy that the king of drip like is fabulous. They look at dude as the king of drip.
Hey, I just looked at
Fabulous?
No lie.
FABOLOU.
I just looked at Fab a post that he made and he was so corny as fuck. He was getting on a jet and he had like his little bag. He got like a little custom bag with like that face that he got for the soul tape mixtapes.
Oh yeah.
And he had like a little custom bag. He out in his little outfit. And he was just standing on the stair of the jet looking like, yeah, look at. And I was thinking like, damn, that's kind of corny. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like
corny because he's the age he is doing that.
Or? It's because of the age he is doing it. It's like, yo, Fab, guess who you ain't got nothing to prove to? Nobody.
How old is Fab?
Fab already.
He's like 45.
Yeah, no, he ain't that old. He like 39, 42.
But you get what I'm saying? Like I look at Fab and I'm like, Fab, you have nothing to prove to nobody. But he's doing that because he gotta remain. Yeah. He gotta stay relevant to the youngsters and shit, and that's what they gonna do. So Fab doing it. You know what I'm saying?
It's
44.
He 44.
Right. So,
I was wrong on that one.
So Fab pretty close to our age, and he's doing shit.
I'm only 2 years older than that nigga.
That's because he's still accepted by, and he actually. Remember when he started actually rapping on some of the young cats?
He's catering himself to
he started getting
the
on trap
younger
beats.
cats.
He started getting trap beats and actually flexing on it pretty hard, and people started. He's accepted.
Right. So don't get me wrong, dog. I just look at all the shit that they're doing now, and I'm probably never gonna accept it. But damn, I was salty when I realized I'm that nigga. I'm the nigga that used to be talking about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm that old cat that used to be looking at like, oh man, whatever, and didn't want to hear none of that music. Because guess what? I don't want to hear none of that music. That shit is 70% trash.
It's funny you say that because I was approached by one cat who was talking real grimy. I'm not even getting into the depth of what he was talking. It was like grimy, like shit on mixed in with some 5%er shit, like trying to actually talk about a black business and how they fucking up and how he needs to be accepted into that business to actually help them become prosperous because he has so much to give and shit. And the way he was coming was like so ridiculously off the disrespectful. And he was starting to walk away, and he said some more disrespectful shit. And I was like, hold on, fam. Like, I had to turn in OG. Like, hold on, young dude. Like, for real. How the fuck you expect somebody to actually respect anything you got to offer talking all grimy like that? Yeah, you just completely lost me with your whole energy. Like, I had to actually school this nigga and become an OG, which at that point, I was like, I am the OG. I am that. Supposed to tell that nigga that
you are the OG,
and I'm glad I didn't. This is not long after that other shit that happened where I let slide. Like I let that shit slide. Right. I'm like, I ain't letting this shit slide no more. Like, man, come on, fam. You need to hear this shit. And he walked away humbly, but he was still on some other shit. But I feel like I'm justified.
You might have broke through to him.
I don't care if I did or not.
You probably ain't break through to these niggas out here.
But I'm not. But we can't let shit slide no more. We can't let that shit slide.
No, you can't. But I do let a lot of shit slide.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to pick and choose your struggle.
And I chose that. That's what I chose.
Yeah.
That's the shit that I chose. Some other shit, I'm like, man.
You got to pick your battles, man.
Some of these young niggas, you can't tell them shit. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, and some of them I'm related to. I can't tell them shit.
Mm-hmm. But we got it. But at a certain point, you have to become the OG and be like, that's our duty. Our duty to tell.
For sure.
And I think you just opened the door right now. They're like, well, damn, I'm that's what I got to do. Like, I'm that nigga who get on motherfuckers down. Get off my lawn. I'm that nigga.
Get off my grass.
Right. Like, for real, get the fuck off my grass.
Hey.
Like, you see the way they wearing these joggers? You remember when they first started bringing joggers out? We was complaining because of the bottom is all tapered.
And now look at these old
That's the regular shit now. Not cats our age is wearing these joggers.
I'm having
a hard fucking time getting clothes ready for fresh shit.
Like, hey, let me tell you though.
I'm supposed to wear it there.
I still got my places where I can still buy real nigga clothes, and I just continue to go to places where I can buy real nigga clothes. You don't have to wear joggers. You can wear regular sweatpants and shit.
I got regular jogging pants. I can't do the joggers, man, because I don't like that tapered up shit.
All that shit, you know. But that's the shit. That's the wave, you know. All
that's the wave.
That's how they, you know.
Yeah, if you go to the non-grown man ass niggas, they always have joggers.
That's
joggers
it.
And all that young shit.
That's it, dog.
And jeans that slim fit. And I think the older niggas who still like, I see niggas wearing that shit. I'm like, fam, you could have actually wore your regular shit, dog. You didn't have to wear that.
I mean, I see.
Yeah, but you know, on the flip side of that, when we was younger and we was hooping, you know, remember cats had them bike shorts, not the biker shorts, the bike shorts, like them coach shorts. Yeah, it was like them shits was slim. They was almost like John Stockton. Like cats would get some bigger size and try and sag them. Hey, but I'm like, we was looking like idiots wearing that shit.
He want those to come back.
Hey, hey, listen. Hey, pause. Hey, that used to be the style though. That was the style.
Hey, niggas had all.
I know we look goofy.
They had color. They had everything on color that matched
every
every fucking shirt you
niggas
had.
used to get that joint, and then used to go get the team shirts from Capitol Court. They had all the teams.
Yeah, at Playmakers.
You, whatever. Like, because this is back when it was okay to wear random teams that you wasn't fans of. Mm-hmm. Remember how?
Right, exactly.
That shit. So you should just get that shit to match to the bike shorts.
But actually, that's where the sagging started first. With the bike
I seen a picture of from back in the day. It might have been like my sophomore year in high school. I had on some yellow jeans, my nigga. Yellow jeans with a Kansas City t-shirt. I ain't a fan of the Kansas City Chiefs, but that t-shirt had red and yellow in it. It matched my pants. The goofiest shit ever.
Hey, I was just telling him, I never sagged. So I never wore.
Nah. I never sagged.
I never bought.
I might wear some extra baggy, but I never was sagging. You couldn't see my drawers unless I raised my shirt up to show you.
First came right before like they start wearing the shorts a little bit bigger.
Right. But yeah, I never sagged. But let me to that point, dog. This shit is so common that you can walk in Walmart and niggas is walking around there working, sagging.
Yeah. Like the whole, it's like it go under their cheeks. It's like, what part of the game is this?
But wait,
Paul. But yeah,
but wait. We all saw that we were sharing that video of the Death Row concert.
Yeah,
LA.
Was Pac and Snoop?
Like whole set had they draws showing the whole entire time. Their pants was low in the bitch back then. That was low in the bitch.
But guess
back
what?
Then.
Pac wasn't sagging.
No, but those other niggas was.
Yeah, them niggas was bums. I'm just saying though.
Hey, Pac was sagging though, dog. He always had his shit
But Pac
low.
was sagging during that show.
No, not during that show.
They was rocking what he normally rock, but he was wearing regular gear.
When Pac came to Death Row, he started dressing a little different. That was when he started doing Versace shirts and all that. He wasn't never really sad. He was dressing a little kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was like wearing like more like gangster shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like mobster type shit.
Yeah, his crew they had their boxer shorts up to their navel and they had their pants.
Man, them niggas was trash though.
Terrible. There's some dudes he just picked up off the bus stop and was like, "Yo, y'all with me?"
Them niggas was the worst performers ever.
Hey.
Even though they was his real guys, though they all from New Jersey and whatnot. They was his homies.
The whole platform, in comparison, everybody against everybody, Pac's set was trash. Pac cannot perform. He was not a performer.
Well, no, Pac was cold. Them niggas was trash.
He
though.
wasn't cold either. Dog was like, "Hey, play the next song."
Well, I mean,
no, right the song.
Well, no,
He wasn't organized.
Don't get me wrong. He wasn't organized, and they was doing some weird shit. But as far as him performing vocally, like Pac could perform now. Don't do him like that.
That was the. If I opened up a time warp and like a time capsule and opened up that video, I'm like, "This the nigga y'all."
Hey, but you already don't like Pac, so you ain't.
But when I was enthralled. Like when he came out, I was like, damn, I never really saw that perform. Like I've never really saw him perform on stage like this. Like this is my first time really seeing him. So I was like,
hey, you went at that concert when they rushed the stage in Milwaukee?
No, I wasn't at that one. No.
Hey, Pac can perform.
I believe he can perform.
On that shit, it was just mad unorganized, and then his guys was trash. I mean, them niggas.
They needed some artist development.
And what we're talking about is it was the final Death Row.
It wasn't the final one, but it was at the House of Blues.
It was at the House. It was had to be the last one at House of Blues that they did.
Probably, but yeah, it's the performance where Pac and Snoop was at the House of Blues.
Yeah, Pac and Snoop at the House of Blues.
You can catch it on YouTube, the whole show.
Right, that was actually a very well recorded show. Like the sound and everything, the quality was dope. The quality was great, but that in comparison when Snoop and Dogg Pound came out, my goodness.
I mean, when them niggas was skilled veterans, nigga. They wasn't no joke.
But Outlaws need to stay ass home.
You know, if you come out of Dre camp too, you pretty much don't know how to do a lot of shit.
Yeah, because they transitions was cool. They talking points in between was cool.
Dre ain't gonna put you out here unprepared.
Why was every time Pac came out there they couldn't find the music?
It was some weird shit. Hey, I don't even think that he wanted to perform So Many Tears. I think it came on. He was like, "Oh yeah, so many tears," and then he started rapping, and then he stopped it. He just was like, "Man, hey, go to the next song." Like, fuck this shit, dog. I didn't want to do that.
I mean, because he was on there on some war shit. He wanted to diss Biggie so bad.
Man, you know what? And when I seen that, it sounds crazy, but on the real, he seemed a bit jealous of Big.
What you mean he's seen? What he seen? He was.
It
was crazy that he didn't understand all the love he got. Like cats to this day worship this dude.
He sold more records than Big.
Right. So like, why you jealous of dude?
Because it was something about. I think because Big had New York, I think that shit just bothered him.
And then he went in and Biggie blew up.
Yeah, I think it just bothered him that Big had New York. Like if Big wasn't running New York, I don't think that Pac would have really been how he was about that shit.
No, I think so because he went after Nas, he went after Mobb Deep, he went after everybody.
But with Big, he specifically said, "Motherfucker, King of New York." Like he didn't like that shit.
Yeah. Was he the birth of the toxic masculinity that is apparent today?
Nah, man, hip hop always been.
It's been toxic,
controversial, man.
But to the
it's always been confrontation.
To the toxicity to a point where you just openly hate a nigga like that. That's a whole level of hate that I can't even compare that to somebody who else hated that level.
It's always been competitive. But I mean,
think of the people who hated on that level though.
Shit, nigga, Jeezy and fucking Jeezy and Gucci Mane.
Gucci Mane's the same kind of motherfucker though.
Well, I'm just
but I mean, like it's documented that they tried to kill Gucci Mane. Like Biggie ain't try to kill Tupac. He might have knew some niggas that tried, but it's like ain't like I was trying to set you up.
Say that, hey man, he got killed.
Yeah, hey, because Tommy was like, man, this motherfucker Pac. Hey, he watched this shit right, and he got mad at Pac, like Pac was alive still. He's like, man, this motherfucker Pac bullshit, dog.
He was upset.
He was problematic. He was mad as a motherfucker in the inbox. I'm like, fam, please remember, he thought niggas tried to kill him.
I mean, what niggas did try to kill him, but Biggie had nothing to do with that.
Why they tried to kill him? Yeah.
Right. I'm just saying, but he thought that Biggie and him he was coming to Biggie's studio session. He get popped like he thought.
No, he was going to Lil Sean. He's supposed to be on Lil Sean's song.
Oh well. Oh, but then when he woke up, he got woke up by C's and down there in the lobby talking to him and shit. Like, yo, Pac, like you, and he was
Wait, when he pulled up, he seen Lil C's up in the terrace and was like, oh, now he at ease now. Some people that I know is here.
Right.
Because Jimmy Hitchman was the one that kept paging him to come do the verse for Lil Sean's song, and he needed the money. He's like, I got the 7,500 here. That's why he went there.
I mean, don't get me wrong, man. I'm just saying, you know.
I'm trying to think of the.
We off on a tangent like a bump.
I know, but I'm just trying to think of the. I'm trying to bring it together.
Hip hop would do that to you.
Who's the nigga, the source nigga that
Benzino?
Pac and Benzino.
Clown.
Shit.
He single-handedly ruined the source.
You don't see the same?
I mean,
Benzino didn't get nobody he ain't trying to kill, ain't nobody trying to kill that nigga, but on the whole like toxicity kind of shit, like you just own some old like way high level hate.
Is this because of him and the trannies or what we talking about?
Him and Eminem.
Oh, okay.
Like him and his
hey, I'm like, hey, what are we talking about here?
My bad. Benzino's hate for Eminem was so. It was so great. It was on the same level as Pac and Big.
Yeah, but it wasn't really. See, still, you got to factor in.
Somebody tried to kill him.
You got to factor in, and Pac got shot, fam.
I guess I ain't never had nobody try to kill me, so I can't relate.
You got, dude. Think about this. He got shot 5 times now, and then he felt like, damn, niggas was there. Niggas didn't know nothing happened. Nobody had no answers. Man, I can't trust none of these niggas. You feel me? Like that's how that shit went.
I guess so because
he still was wilding because look, man, if say Quran rap and I rap, but you know we get to some type of physical altercation or something like that, or somebody literally tried to take my life, I'm not gonna come back with a diss song on Quran. Like he gonna see me when he see me. Making a song about it seemed corny to me because it's like if y'all really got beef, why would you tell everybody on record? We gonna see you when we see you, and it's gonna go down. That's how you know it ain't no real. Like if you really that mad, why you not mad at the dudes who actually tried to shoot you?
Well, one part of that was Suge put the battery in his back and told him, "Yo, when we get out, we gonna go after these bad boys." Like Suge was a part of that. And you know, Suge paid the money for him to get out. So, I mean that Suge was the catalyst of a lot, or the main antagonist behind the scenes of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Suge had started with Bad Boy. Pac wasn't even with Death Row when all that started. Suge started that shit at the Source Awards. So, that's one part you got to remember too. And I think Pac just went along. Nigga wanted to get out of jail. Nigga, he had been in there and nobody was posting that bill for him. So I mean,
so what I was trying to actually, and I apologize for talking over you, but if S-Dot and Cole came down to So Greedy, I say y'all come down here and record, and y'all outside, and I come outside, and niggas shot y'all, and I'm like, nigga, this is So Greedy, nigga, you don't know who the fuck is out here shooting? Like, I don't know nobody who out here shooting. Like, why would y'all really hold me responsible for that?
I wouldn't. It would have to be real specific. Like, yo, Sean and Karan, get here at 3:45 in the morning. All right, cool. We come out at 3:45, and it's having me some dudes outside reading the newspaper while I'm trying to get buzz in, waiting on you. Because I'm calling you when I'm already pulling up. Like, yo, I'm about to pull up, man. Like, come open the door.
I'm
outside. I'm coming up. Well, some niggas out there shooting.
Nah, I wouldn't think you was suspect in that instance. I would think you was more suspect if I left my equipment here, right? And then still said equipment, right? They steal my shit though. Like they only take mine. Then you suspect.
Oh, you walk right into that one, fam. Walk right into it.
I'll pass this off to King Cocaine.
Hey, because look at it, right? It should everything should have been gone, right? But no,
In theory. In theory.
specifically is missing. You know, and that shit just hits a little different out here. You feel what I'm saying?
You got some
But
music, got some music to play?
but he's still my nigga. You know, even though I
That's
know
what you still my nigga.
crib with my shit.
Hey, like again, if this nigga mad at Biggie, but Jimmy Henchman was on one page and one told him to come to the session. He didn't even know Biggie was there.
Right.
Oh shit, I didn't even know that part.
Word, son. But yo, we'll be back, man.
Alone, every night alone. Why am I alone? I know that you want me to. Am I wrong? Tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me I deserve all the pain that you put me through. I really hate that I give a fuck. Pressing my line, I don't wanna pick up. We know enough will never be enough. I play hard to get, she keep calling my bluff. Baby, diving deeper and deeper. She don't believe me when I tell her that I need her. Guess I should've stayed where I belong. Cause once you make it back to your happy home, I'm alone. Every night alone. Why am I alone? I know that you want me to. Am I wrong? Tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me I deserve all the pain that you put me through. You don't have to bring me good news, babe. I just wanna be the one you choose, babe. You girl got me losing sleep. Maybe you remind me of my dream. Maybe I'd be better on the run. Double vision playing all week. Feels like a game of survival. Why am I dying for a title? Is it even worth when I just end up alone? Every night alone. Why am I alone? I know that you want me to. Am I wrong? Tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me I deserve all the pain that you put me through. You don't have to bring me good news, babe. I just wanna be the one you choose, babe. You don't have to bring me good news, babe. I just wanna be the one you choose, babe. You girl got me losing sleep. Baby, you remind me of my dream. Maybe I'd be better on the run. Double vision playing on
Yeah. Clear enough for you. All right. Yeah. My niggas look mad. Y'all supposed to be happy I'm free. Y'all niggas look like y'all wanted me to stay in jail. Oh, busters. Picture me rolling in my 500 bins. I got no love for these niggas. There's no need to be friends. They got me under surveillance. I swear somebody can tell it. No, there's no being sold. But I ain't the one selling. Don't wanna be another number. I got a fucking gang of weed to keep them going under. The federal the rallies wanna see me dead. Niggas put prices on my head. Now I got 2 rock dollars by my bed. I feed them lead. Now I'm released, how will I live? Well, God forgive me for all the dirt a nigga did. Be kids, one life to live. It's so hard to be positive when niggas shooting at your crib. Mama, I'm still thugging. The world is a war zone. My homies is inmates, and most of them dead grown. Full grown, following your man. Just scheming on ways to put some weed inside the palms of my empty hand. Just picture me rolling. Flossing the beans on the range that isn't stolen. My dreams are sensing, my hopes are gone. I'm like a fiend that finally sees all the dope is gone. My nerves are wrecked, heart beating in my head is swollen. Thinking of the G's I be holding. Picture me rolling. Can you see me now? Move to the side a little bit so you can get a clear picture. Can you see it? Picture me rolling. Yeah, nigga. Hey, but Peep, how my nigga Psych do it? Guess who's back?
I got keys coming from overseas. Cost a nigga 200 G's. I'm a street commando, Nino, for example. This lavish lifestyle is hard to handle, so I got the flaws cause I'm more like a boss player. Thug ready to be a woman layer. So many player haters imitate a steady swinging. Make me wanna start back banging. So I'm caught up in the game. Dress code change. Packing 40 glass to tame or rearrange. All that jealousy and envy coming from my enemies. While I'm sipping on Re-Man, running back Lexus Chevys on the road. The 96 big body sitting no throne. As we head up out the zone, Stone facing his own. You can admire, but don't look too long. I'm living a dream with triple beans and my pockets bulging. It's hard to imagine. Picture me rolling.
I got to get the fuck up in formulate a cake, cause a nigga straight suffering from like I haven't paid for. My bitch finna have a bath to see, so I need to hit a lick drastically. I see some rolling ass niggas and they slipping in my spot. And big in the pot, so chicken in the pot.
We caught him sleeping, he didn't beat 2 niggas creeping. It's how we do it every weekend, I dump the man. It's time to count the proper CPO, you got the bomb spot. Nigga, time to clock it. I get the liquor and you can get the female. The spooky shit that we inflict and get street sales.
Move smooth as a motherfucker, me and my night. I'm cool as a motherfucker, I'ma get mine. Now we're satisfied. Got the pockets on stolen balls, hog, and this pocket nigga. Pictures of broken.
Picture me rolling. Picture me rolling.
Y'all ready for me? Picture me rolling, roll call. You know it's small.
Make it hot. Make it hot. Make it hot.
The world is filled with pimps and hoes. We'll just talk about those I know. The world is mine, can't you see? I'm just trying to be all I can be. Oh, yeah. Now first come the cash, then come the ass, then come big blunts with big chunks of hash. When I score with a horse, she be game for sure. Pimp so hard, a nigga drag his mink on the floor. Won't you admit it? I ain't gotta talk because I live it. Any chick fucking with me, believe me, that's a privilege. I won't be satisfied till all my niggas get it. See you hit it, then I hit it. We get it back to split it. And Big be that nigga with me flying through your hood. Hood rat scoping with their eyes on my goods. See, we date them like we hate them. See them like we don't need them. Treat them like we need them. And never give them freedom. And we only give our number to select a few. And it's best that you never knew what good-headed do. Turn a freak to a bisexual. And if she's flexible, fuck the nigga next to you. The world is filled with pimps and hoes. We'll just talk about those I know. Oh, yeah. Play on, player. You know, the world is mine, can't you see? I'm just trying to be all I can be. Oh, yeah.
When the Remy's in the system, ain't no telling. Will I fuck 'em, will I diss 'em? That's what these hoes yelling. I'm a pimp by blood, not relation. Y'all still chase on, I replay songs. Drunk off dawn, silken gators, spitting words, make a bird till they flock. See you later, whether drunk or high, skunk or tie. Nigga play against a player, shit, slugs gon' fly. Ain't gon' lie, pimp down the SSI. Nigga, don't ask why, just respect it. She bought me the necklace, the bracelet, the benzo, she laced it. Cribbo got it, interior decorated. Now my popularity grew in each state. Now I got 2 in each state. Used to drink brew in each state. Now I pop bottles with models, larger stakes on larger stakes.
Whoa,
Shit.
the world is filled with pimps and hoes. We'll just talk about those I know. The world is mine, can't you see? I'm just trying to be all I can be. Oh, yeah.
I had a whole lot of bitches in my lifetime. I've been blessed with the game, always say the right lines. Had a few prostitutes, and if you knew the truth, they're like pimps. You can't let them do it to you. She ain't no sucker. I know that bitch, man. She wanna be a pretty woman, loving a rich man. Now here you come, drop top riding. You ain't no pimp, fake nigga, stop lying. Pussy makes money, stick to the business. Think about the real motherfuckers that lived it. Street life, pimp shit, make the whole respect the game. You bought the diamonds and cars, trick, that's a shame. Say what you want, but I still figure she left because you couldn't be like them real niggas. She was a hustler by nature, and you was just faker than the average simp. She found a better pimp, too short. Crazy ass man. I never would have bought that bitch all them cars and all that shit.
Yeah. You fell in love with her, man?
Hey, crazy ass man. I never would have bought that bitch all them cars and shit, nigga.
Hey,
You used to rest saving for hoes.
Hey, if you listen to the Talib Kweli interview with Too Short talk, he said he talked about a real motherfucker. Like he talking about a real nigga. Like,
oh yeah,
some nigga was actually mad about that shit because he was talking about you fell in love with her, man. Peep Gang, grown ass man experience. We back. Peep Gang, yeah. King Cocaine run down the line of what we listen to.
Yo, we started off with a joint by Sir called John Redcorn and shit off his last album that I think was released a couple of years back. Check Sir out, dog. Got some pretty dope music. Then we went into basically segue music because we ended up talking about Pac and Big somehow. I don't know where the fuck that came from, but it just happens on the grown ass man experience. But we went into Picture Me Rolling. I got keys
coming in from overseas.
Cost a nigga 200 keys.
And then we went into that was Picture Me Rolling Pac, and then we went into The World Is Filled. That was big, featuring Puff, who can't rap, and Too Short, who pretty much can and shit. Even though he ain't an elite MC, he is dope for what he does. He a legend out here.
He is. He actually said he didn't have that verse written as they was listening to what they had wrote.
Oh, okay.
Like I think Liddy had his already down. He was talking shit, and Big came in like he do off the dome,
right?
Spit his shit, and he had to write his shit down. He said that shit. He wrote it from some real shit. So there you have it. But that's one of the hottest songs on that album.
Hey man, whenever hey, I know we was just talking about how I feel like, damn, I'm the old nigga that I can't listen to this new shit. But hey, when we go back and listen to our generation shit, it's really just no comparison. I'm sorry, man. Call me biased.
And I mean,
call me biased. Fuck it.
I don't dislike Puff verse.
He just can't rap.
The track saves it for real. The track is so cold.
Yeah.
Is that Carl Thomas singing?
Yeah.
Carl Thomas singing?
Yeah, it is.
That's that whole combination.
He can't rap. Puff just can't rap. He's not a rapper. I mean, but we know that.
Yeah. Even if
His voice is annoying too, man.
But that song still fire.
It's the consensus that Dre is the best reader of somebody else's written rhymes.
I think it's not even close. It's Dre.
Yeah, I think
Dre. You said Dre or Drake?
Dre.
Dre.
Dr. Dre.
Dre, for phenomenal at that shit. I be feeling like he wrote it. I be
Cats,
like,
Cats
damn.
are saying Drake, and I think they were thinking because of his longevity of how he's done whatever. But
Well,
as far
Drake ain't not write some of his shit either. Drake wrote a lot of his stuff,
Mhm.
but he has obviously accepted some ghost bars. And I guess why would Drake even be in the running? Because Drake actually is a writer. Like, so he doesn't really count. Like, I'm looking at motherfuckers who don't write raps, period.
But
And saying who's the best at reciting rhymes.
But once somebody writes your raps and it's confirmed that has happened, it's pretty much
But comparing Drake and Dre at reciting rhymes, Drake should be better than Dre because Drake is an MC who actually used to MC.
I think Drake can write and has written. Just
it's very.
I mean, I need to know what Drake didn't write and what he did right. Now, as far as Dr. Dre goes, it does when he rap, it does sound like he wrote some shits. So that's a pretty good quality to have.
Right.
I think
because Diddy obviously sound like somebody wrote his shit, but he be like, hey, don't worry if I write rhymes, I write checks. Kind of shuts things up.
The Drake shit that was written is the fire shit that you're like, okay, he's spit on that shit.
Nah, that's not that.
I feel like
that's that. You hate now. Listen, the Drake shit that he wasn't writing was on that. If you reading this, it's too late. A lot of that shit was shit he wasn't writing.
You think he wrote all his battle rhyme shit, his spitting shit? Like it's.
I didn't think he was spitting on there. So
no, I'm saying before he hit the streets,
Drake used to be writing, and he was doing his thing. And on the real, he was writing with people. Y'all forgetting. Like, listen, hey, y'all know I don't fuck with Drake. You know, I think that she's a dope, female MC. But on the flip side of that, you know what I'm saying?
That's a she.
This nigga here.
No, but for real, I think that
she.
No, for real, I don't really fuck with Drake music like that. But I'm not gonna just discredit the nigga. At one point, Drake pen was that shit out here, and he was doing a lot of shit out here. He was writing songs for people. He was doing shit.
I'm gonna side with S. Dot and say I have to actually definitively find out what it was that he did not
write. I mean, before Meek Mill started talking about he didn't write his shit, I just thought Drake wrote all of his shit, whether it was him singing or rapping. I was like, dude, kind of nice. I prefer his rapping more than I prefer his singing, but it ain't like he a bad singer. But I need to know what he wrote and what he didn't write.
The dude Quentin Miller wrote a lot of that shit off of that. If you reading this now, it's too late or whatever.
Well, I don't listen to a lot of the album. I'm talking about like shit where he was like last thing the greatest, first name, like shit. Like, did he write that shit? Like, I need to know what he wrote that I think is cold, and what he didn't write. That I'm like, oh, that wasn't that good anyway.
Drake.
I'll leave that nigga out of all those discussions. Fuck that.
That's old Drake.
Fuck that. But I'm gonna give it to Easy E. Easy E. I'll put Easy E over Diddy for written raps.
Yeah, they kind of neck and neck.
The Easy a little bit more convincing.
They about the same.
Think so?
I mean, they was punching all his shit though. He say a line, and then they stop, go back and say another line, put it all together.
You know who punched a lot? I think Talib Kweli punched like every other fucking word. Like every fucking word, he was like, all right. That's like, I don't know if that's industry standard or not, but he definitely used the shit out of a punch. Like,
Yeah, I don't like that shit.
You can't tell. You listen to that shit, it's fluid as hell.
Yeah, once you do it, you can't tell. But I'm not. Hey, I used to always say if you're going to record, you should be able to rhyme that shit like you perform.
Yeah.
Because then you're gonna get the best recording of it.
Yeah, I agree.
Shit.
And this is exactly why Jay is head and shoulders above a lot of them cats, because they'll be spitting that shit in one take and it be so super convincing.
Once you know your bars, the performance of them, even when you're recording, sounds 100% better.
Yeah.
I used to always tell people, you wasted studio time if we going in here and you still trying to figure out what you got to say.
Right.
Figure out what you got to say at home.
Right. Well, you know how we come from the cloth of you go to the studio, you have no time to waste. Know your shit. You know your shit.
Know your shit.
You come in there fucking around and messing up,
Yeah,
running
now-
back. That's
now-
Yeah, because it ain't cheap. That studio time ain't cheap.
Our own studio, well, nigga come through, we vibe and we create.
Right.
But if we going to the big studio to actually drop on the reels, motherfucker, know your shit. We ain't got no
Right.
time for that.
Right. It's usually the niggas talking about shit who fuck up the most, actually.
Right.
But before we roll out of here, we want to talk about this college sports topic that we
Man.
advertising. First off, I want to talk about one thing that's positive. Start with the positive thing. Like last summer, the NCAA had recently blocked athletes from getting paid, but now college athletes have the power to take control of their own career life, grabbing endorsements and all that, and getting money.
Hold on, man. Hold on, dog. Give us some applause real quick.
What's that? What happened?
Look at dog.
Be a father to your child.
Look at dog. Be a father
This
to your
nigga.
child. Because you never know when you might pop up with one more.
This nigga's a jerk.
In the flesh, nigga.
You might start off with 4 and end up with 5.
Flesh. The flesh and
On
blood.
site, nigga. It's on site.
Visit and got 7 digits.
Like I was saying, last summer the Supreme Court has upended the years of resistance the NCAA had of athletes making money. So now we have college athletes making top dollar.
Word, son. Get that bread.
You know who's up there making money? One of the dudes who up there making a lot of money is Shaq's son.
Yeah.
He's up there. He's up there in damn near close to 10 million. Shit, like he's making. And I ain't never seen dog stats or anything.
10 million.
Something like that.
From resistance.
In college?
In college, nigga. In college.
Oh, from all the deals and shit?
From all the deals.
Well, you know Shaq hooked him up.
Well, you know
Because Shaq got egg makers, toasters. Shaq will endorse anything.
Right.
Shaq will endorse Peep Game if we meet him and be like, yo, man, we be like, for how much, nigga? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I don't know, but I think Shaq
Like big fella.
I think he would come down here and fit right in. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I think we just
Because we'd be ripping the shit out of dog.
Yeah. He might have shit to say. I got bigger checks though.
I got 4 rings. I got more rings than all you guys.
But what we wanted to talk about was the celebration of the female athlete in college, because University of South Carolina.
Female or women?
Sorry, the woman.
You want to say women?
The women's athletes in college basketball, in college sports. University of South Carolina, they just won the national championship. Congrats to them.
Dawn Staley.
They beat Connecticut, UConn, who is like the powerhouse.
Man,
of
they
college basketball.
beat my girl Paige Buckets. Because, man, Paige cold as hell.
Which one is Paige? Is that the white
For
chick?
UConn, yeah.
The one who just be gunning from.
She cold, dog.
She is
Paige
cold.
is cold.
She just stop, just pop, whatever.
Right.
But junior guard, the leading scorer of University of South Carolina, Zia Cook, is probably she's the highest paid, one of the highest paid college basketball players in the Final Four, according to Bloomberg. And how much is she making?
You said who was?
Zia Cook.
Oh, I thought you still talking about Dawn Staley.
No, Zia Cook. She's like big on Instagram. Like if you see her on Instagram, she's got a lot of endorsements on Instagram. But she's got like a little story shit that you can follow her, and she's got, and it's not even like dope stories. She just be like doing her day-to-day shit, like
Right.
store, working out, and playing basketball, whatever. But the fact that a woman in college basketball is making the top amount of money when you know that the athletes that are in WNBA are not is crazy. And the crazy thing that this is happening, like a lot of the college basketball players, the college athletes are probably making more in college than they will when they go to
Right.
It was crazy.
How much did she make? 'Cause I forgot the number.
I forgot the number too. It's not showing in this article.
But she getting that bread though.
Right, she is. Let me actually do a quick search real quick. But we did want to actually talk about the volleyball team at Grambling State University.
Yeah, dude. Because Grambling ain't shit. I didn't know, but now I really know. Like Grambling.
I said they ain't shit. That coach ain't shit. That's what it is.
Grambling signed off on that shit. So it's them as a whole. And their alumni really ain't shit because they ain't even spoke out about it. Like they just like riding like whatever. Like Grambling niggas is fucked up, man. And I know some Grambling niggas personally. So I can it's like Grambling niggas like you leave your stuff like at their crib, right? So you leave your stuff at a Grambling nigga crib, right? Then a nigga will break in. Niggas will only steal your stuff, fam. Have you ever, like this is like the craziest shit though, right?
Can Beats, I don't know why you ain't stuck him yet, man.
Well, we already said he is jerk, like in real
Oh
life.
yeah. Oh, fam is Jerk Meister.
Right. But for those who don't know, I am Grambling alum and
you don't say.
1997. But I'm trying to look up the Zia Cook number right here. I think I found it. She's estimated net worth in 2021 is $110 million.
Sweet Lord.
Zia Cook net worth. Estimated net worth $110 million.
Dog, you gotta be fucking bullshit. No. I didn't remember it being that much.
This is the net worth.
That's a lot.
That's a dog. God. Hey, I didn't know. She ain't even got shit. She might as well just quit after school. Just go chill.
Right.
Shit, fuck it. She done did it already.
But yeah, that's what it says here. I'll double check it.
Shit, that's more than anybody in the WNBA. Hey, that's more than the whole league.
That's the whole league don't got that kind of money.
Hey, the entire league ain't made that much money, nigga, on the real.
Ain't no way.
Man.
So that shouldn't be your real goal is to go to the WNBA because they don't got that bread like she got.
Gotta be a typo.
No, that's it. They said 110 million. Right here, I see 3 million.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo,
so
man,
this more.
3 million is a lot.
3 million is more than what the WNBA.
What's that? This thing, 3 million, but you're a junior in college.
No, listen, nigga, WNBA players don't make $3 million.
Like I think the biggest salary in WNBA is like 200,000.
Yeah, they don't make that money.
Right.
But no, the Grambling situation.
Grambling, my bad.
No,
So,
I mean I wasn't trying to disrespect.
but you are. But you know what? It's some shady shit that's going down right
Some
there.
bogus shit.
It's some bogus shit, and everybody, the only thing about this is that the one thing that we learned going to a black college is like any place, in your family, whatever, keep the family business at home and shit. So you never hear me out there talking shit about my school, other black colleges out there because it's some suspect shit out there. But the overall experience and the shit that you get from it is worth so much more. You kind of overlook the bullshit you encounter. But in this case, the bullshit was unveiled and kind of made us look all look bad and shit. So
y'all do look trash.
Yeah, the volleyball coach is Chelsea Lucas. She'd been hired in February to take over the team. And apparently, saw a couple practices and was like, she informed all 19 players individually that they were quit from the volleyball team, and everybody was it's all suspect and shit. How did you do that? Like, how does that happen?
You know what? You want to know what's crazy, man? It was like a divide on how people talk about this. And that really kind of like had me like, yo, really? Like, we divided on this?
Divided how? How are they divided?
It was people that was like,
Where you see the division at?
oh, I seen people was like, well, they got cut, they got to move to the next whatever. I was like, yo,
yeah.
It ain't that simple, dog. Like, if you didn't set your, you didn't set your roots in this situation. I'm like, anybody that's been to college know that when you transfer, you lose credit. There's all types of things that happen. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it ain't just as simple as, oh, well, just go figure something else out. No, man. They was there on scholarships. A lot of people ain't, turned down other opportunities. People like, man, they ain't turned down better opportunities. It was still an opportunity. It was still something that wasn't pulled like a rug from up under them. Like, you have issue with how the team look. Feel like you don't have the players that you need. I just don't feel like it's fair for someone from the outside to come in and just flat out cut the entire team.
Right.
For how they feel about their performance.
Like, who would you get to go there afterwards after you done did this to a team? Who would want to come play for you?
My thing is, if you're that cold of a coach, then fix it.
That's
right.
What people would do. They would come in and you inherit who you
inherit who you inherit, and then you bring in who you want to bring in.
Or you bring in the people you want to bring in and keep the people you got and just sit them.
Yeah.
I mean, just don't give them no time. I mean, that happens. Like that's
the norm. But they college is still paid for, and they still got their credits, and they don't have to move around and all that.
Exactly. You don't cut them the way that they cut them because then that's like not that it's like a huge transfer portal for like volleyball players and all the rest of that, but you just put them in a vulnerable situation that ain't right. Especially for you got people who've been there on their team for 3 years.
Right.
She's a junior, Marisa Harris. She said that we weren't able to practice much, which we weren't. And she said, based off of that, she was not able to renew my scholarship, so I didn't really get any time to show what I could do.
That's foul as fuck, dog.
When I was in there and she told me, my heart completely broke. Of course, and I didn't cry in there, but I did when I left, and it just hurts really bad. The fact that it was snatched away so fast. Like she just came in like, "Hey, tough shit. You know, we didn't get a lot of practice in, but I'm not gonna be able to renew your scholarship."
That's because it seemed like she got her own agenda, in my opinion.
Clearly. But the fact that Grambling is signing off on this shit is kind of appalling too.
My biggest problem is Grambling signed off on this fuckery, and then now they got them in the news looking bad. They got the alumni out here looking like some damn fools.
Right. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
And I was somewhat kind of like, I wasn't defending it, but I was like, well, I don't know all the story, but I don't remember much hearing about the volleyball team. So maybe it was, maybe it wasn't that good. I don't know what the case was, but
I mean, even if the team ain't that good, you can't cut the whole team, fam.
I've never heard that before in my life, like cutting the whole team. Like even in our circumstance, we know of somebody who had a new coach take over and didn't necessarily take the scholarship, but just didn't issue out the time that was normally given to the kid when they were there, other coaches there. So that's the case. That's typical. Like, all right, but snatch their money away like that. You're supposed to ride that.
I'm talking about how did this coach make it home safely after all this?
I mean, dog, we cut JG and shit, right? But dog is still welcome to come back. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
On the show, we cut the nigga because it was gonna be too many motherfuckers. It wasn't room for the microphone. So then we right? But dog is still welcome to come back, guest on the show. He's still family.
Yeah.
So we didn't cut his scholarship. You get what I'm saying?
But she cut the scholarship.
She cut the scholarship
in 3 practices. After 3 practices.
Yeah.
3 practices. I'm talking about. I don't know how nobody ain't try to. I'm not saying somebody should do something to her. I'm just shocked that nobody has put the pause on it because that's just the wildest situation to come in and cut the whole team. You ain't ever heard no shit like that.
But the athletic director is using the portal as
the portal. Hey, when cats when they enter the transfer portal, you got to sit for like a year almost.
Hey, but then the other part to entering the transfer portal is, look, if you got cut in that manner, motherfuckers, you got tainted. Mm-hmm. They tainted your name. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta get
your value goes down.
You got to get out here and hustle to get on the squad.
Right. When you was already killing it for 3 years.
Right.
But you know what? If I'm an opposing squad somewhere else, it does look good for me to actually reach out and try to gather some of those students. If I look in the portal and I see a Grambling State University volleyball player out there, it might benefit me to give them a good look.
Right, but what if you used to living in Louisiana and I didn't want you to come play University of Michigan?
Or just whatever. And like I said, credits don't transfer sometimes.
Right.
Bullshit to the game.
And they probably passed up, and one of the things that they probably passed up other opportunities
where they could have still been on.
Right.
And that's my too. Yeah. But I'm saying, man, I seen some shrewd people out there. Tyrion was like, shit, man, oh well, dog, life goes on and shit. It's them big beard niggas and shit, like niggas with them big ass James Harden beards. You can't trust them niggas. Can't trust. Niggas that have viewpoints like that, you gotta watch niggas like that.
Big beard niggas.
Hey,
big beard niggas.
Shiny jackets. You can't trust them niggas, man. Big beard niggas with glossy jackets.
Shit was illustrious in the bitch.
With golden jackets and shit. Golden ticket jackets.
That nigga got the Werthers, man. The Werther rappers.
English toffee ass jacket.
Like soon as when he put it on, all you hear is this.
Hey, no, on the real though, it was bogus to me, man. I just think it was a better way to handle.
Way better way to handle that shit.
snatch nobody's dreams right from up under them like that. That's some bullshit.
And I haven't done much to follow up to see what alumni has the power to do. I'm sure a lot of people.
Ain't you an alumni?
Like I said, I haven't done the research to find
Get
out.
on it, doctor.
I say you an alumni.
See, that's the problem. I'm sitting here with one of the alumni. He like, man, I just ain't did it, man, because I just ain't had the time today.
I thought you was a booster, man.
You know what I'm saying? I thought you was a real alumni.
This nigga.
Like I was saying, I haven't done the research to find out what the follow.
Why not though? You see, and that's what I'm talking about. That's why.
Because he don't got the answers, Sway.
Hey, you can't.
He ain't got the answers.
Hey, you can't trust these alumni. You can't trust niggas with big ass beards. You can't trust niggas that's always mad and shit. That's how we ended up cutting JG.
You can't really
Because he's always bad.
with the Harry Potter Dumbledore.
Nigga on a Morgan State scarf, man. Like that's part of his academic scholarship, man.
Like I'm out and jump out on a broom and fly on this bitch.
They threw that nigga in the scarf and the beanie was like, "You with us, fam? If you with us, you with us." Magna cum laude.
Right here, nigga.
He got a Magna Carta scarf and shit, dog.
This is where he graduated from honors from the block, though.
This nigga.
But
This nigga's a valedictorian of ICDC College.
But yeah, look,
Everett, nigga.
Finding out exactly what the next steps are as far as with those young ladies. I would hope to think that the alumni has actually made enough noise for the immediate alumni in the area, because Grambling is big as the damn city is. Like if the school isn't there, there's nothing else going on in that town right there. So
right,
we have enough push with the on-campus presence and people in the community to say something about it. Because I know that some of those students have to be from Grambling, because there's on the campus there's a high school. There's a high school there, so I'm sure that some of the athletes came from there as well. So for somebody to come from Arkansas Pine Bluff as a coach and the athletic director come from Southern University, which is the motherfucking rival, it's almost like the Packers picking up like the Bears head coach and bringing him over and like, hey, you are our head coach right now. Like niggas in Packard land was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, there's no way we do that. That's what the athletic director is. He's coming from Southern University, so he's backing it. So it's probably it's looking very sabotage like to be like on board with something like this. But I need to do a little bit more research and find more information regarding what the follow up is. But it's unfortunate, and hopefully shit turns around in the future for them, because they're really making us look bad, really looking bad.
I mean, I hope the alumni step up. Dr. Miles.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually upset that they hired Hugh Jackson for the football coach. Like, I don't think Dog has a winning season anywhere, like in the NFL or anywhere. Like wasn't he like the Cleveland Browns?
Who they hired?
Hugh Jackson.
Nigga, what?
The former head coach from the Browns.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, they hired that nigga the head coach. I saw that shit. People was getting hype. I was like, why are you hype about that?
Shit, they might well hire my nigga Ray Carlon. So he available.
Y'all be losing too.
Ain't nobody lose like Neon Dion at Jackson State. Like, shout out to that nigga. He making like he's rocking.
He changing the culture over there.
In the boat. He's doing everything that he can to rock the boat. Shout out to that nigga for that shit. I wish we had a Deion Sanders on our faculty.
I thought you was about to say you wish we had his music. I'm sure
no, we don't have his music.
We're not playing.
Must be the money.
Nah.
Ain't no way, man. Ain't no way.
Hey, but you can't front on what he doing at Jackson State though.
Oh, he doing a great job at Jackson State.
And they're not like superbly winning. They're not the
powerhouse yet. Just give him some time.
He's changing the culture of how athletics.
That's what I say. He changing the culture.
Yeah. So shout out to that nigga. Word, son. But I want to thank everybody for listening this evening. We don't have the Fresh Desk because Fat Boy Fresh ain't here.
Yeah, but next week I'm gonna be back and I'm gonna have some of the hottest new joints that you ever heard. You know what I'm saying? Fat Boy Fresh Dash. You know what I'm saying? We got some good shit and some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But until then, You can meet me Thursdays, Ash Gang. You can meet me Sunday, Ash.
Time to go to the fresh desk with your
Fat Boy Fresh.
time to time to go to the fresh
with your boy Fat Boy Fresh.
Hey, that's that same voice that was on that Jay-Z song last
time
week.
to go to the fresh desk with your boy
Fat Boy Fresh. We got the hottest in hip hop here on the
This is the big homie in charge, Joe Clark, aka Fat
Boy Fresh.
Fuck it, man. This is the big homie in charge, Joe Clark, aka Fat Boy Fresh from the Grown Ass Man Experience. You are listening to Peep Game. Yes. Go.
Hey, he ain't shit.
Fat Boy Fresh.
The same timber. The same tone. Oh shit. Hey, we thank y'all for listening to the Grown Ass Man Experience this evening. You join us every Tuesday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. On behalf of the Grown Ass Man Experience, I am Tommy Styles.
Oh, you mad? Oh, you mad? Oh, you mad? Oh, you mad because I'm styling them.
Speaking on behalf of this nigga in the spiritual essence, El Aqua Supreme 1%.
That's red, nigga. Ric Flair, nigga. The power's in my head, nigga.
Hey, this nigga got me locked up last week and shit on Facebook.
Thought I'm beating your ass.
They locked me. Like I'm gonna whoop Troy ass. Lock me up, dog. Like what the fuck, man?
You learned that day, didn't you?
You know what I'm saying? Big homie in charge, Fat Boy Fresh.
We're fresh.
We're fresh.
Come on. S. Dot the intern.
Peace.
S dots with polo fleeces, purple label shit with the logo secret.
And King Cocaine.
Ill nigga alert.
Time to go to the Fresh Dash.
Yo, you can catch us every Tuesday right here, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Men.